Next on Cartoon Chat.
A plot hole? I was wondering how those hack writers were going to wrap things up.
This is the Animation Conversation Cartoon Chat. Of course, I am one of your hosts, Bryan the Baltimorean, joined alongside the bucket hat himself.
I'm gonna run. Oh, he's wearing a bucket hat! Look at him!
I said the bucket hat himself.
Team USA! Woo, woo, woo! We suck.
What a fantastic time to be repping US.
It's the only Looney Tunes shirt I fucking got. Okay, I'm gonna fucking find below.
Why didn't you get that Space Jam 2 Legacy shirt?
They're not selling that. Believe it or not, I would have gotten it, you know?
Yeah, well, I know one person that definitely has that shirt, and that
It's you?
Obviously.
Fucking son?
No, it's not me. It's obviously, what do we call him, Mark? It's the TheSirHimself.
Where the fuck are you going with this?
TheSirHimself. Holy shit, he's here. It's been so long.
Space Jam?
Yeah, you wear a Space Jam 2 LeBron James shirt.
Dude, I didn't know that movie existed until 2 years later.
Oh my god. Don't forget, of course, Joe returns. It's been since Sinbad. It's been a very long. I think that's episode 35.
It's been so long.
That's your fault.
It's alright. I got my oh wait, I'm still good. Got my shirt right here. Bad bitches. But I'm here with the crook voice.
I was
So we're
making
here.
fun of, like, Martin's for the fucking anime big booby statue.
Or that.
Again, Numa. I want it to be Numa.
Are they really big boobs, though? Is that...
Yeah, they do have extremely big boobs.
Okay.
Well, in the game.
I can't tell from here visually.
No, I think they cut it down on the visuals.
On actual, yeah.
Yeah.
Because like Sakurai says, this is for a good little
That's
boy.
not what he said. In fact, that is just something America made up.
That's like one of those Abraham Lincoln quotes. Is that what's going on here? Anyway, of course.
We all know my Shiranui wasn't in there, the fucking best girl. I said what I said.
She has like other alts. I don't know why they didn't put her in there.
He said what he said, man.
Cause like they could have used her freaking Marco the Wolf's jacket and shit. That bothered me.
It bothered a lot of men, man.
Apparently. I don't know what you
Or they could have put her in sheer like they did.
Well, look it up! You
I
have the internet at your fingertips.
I'm not about to stain my laptop with whatever you guys are talking about. Anyway, of course. Yeah, exactly. Of course, you're on Cartoon Chat. What we do is we take an animated series, short or film. Today we've got a cool film to talk about. And that's obviously, where's my button? There's my button down here. It's a cool one. It's not going. This right here, Tiny Toon Adventures. This is Tiny Toon Vacation movie for me. The end. That is it. But yeah, we're talking how I spent my vacation, not summer vacation. Mark, gotta ask, why the hell did you choose this? But more importantly, let's talk.
Oh, that was Mark who chose this? I thought sure it was you.
Why? I have no connection.
Oh,
to Tiny
okay.
Toon Adventures whatsoever.
The way you when you were calling me to watch the movie,
right?
You were so adamant about like, oh shit.
Well, I also
really
have to
want
sell
to
what I'm talking about. I can't say, well, this is dog shit. Get excited here. It's like, no, I've gotta be like, hey.
I choose a bunch of obscure crap. Also, like my choice.
Wait, is this obscure crap? Is that
no?
Is that the
But no, don't take the word crap like seriously. But like, also like a lot of my choices, I try to be different, but like a lot of my choices end up becoming like TV movies, or like TV shows that like get movies.
Right.
It just ends up being that way. I try to do that on purpose, but like, there's a lot of good stuff that is just like TV movies.
Is that
movies that come from TV shows?
Is that why you chose Tiny Toon Adventures? How I spent my long ass.
No, because the timing was just good. And I grew up with this movie. And it's just like, for the summer, like why not do how I spent my summer vacation?
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's why I was like, when you locked in on this as a concept, I was like, man, why not? I mean, this is gonna come out literally at the tail end of summer in August, so it's like, hey, we're at that point. We're gonna be capping off what is a summer that a lot of kids will be fucking upset about. They have to get back into school, back into the normalcy.
End of summer days.
And I'm feeling good about Looney Tunes this year. Like the concept of Looney Tunes in general is being sold to a ketchup bottle as we speak. most likely.
I see. Gotcha. I mean, at least they'll let us see what they got to offer.
Yeah. What are you talking about?
Oh, Ketchup Entertainment.
Yeah.
They just have the rights to these movies.
They get
and like,
the rights.
and it's like there's been rumors. It's not confirmed, and I probably don't believe it's gonna happen because they don't like to sell off everything permanently. But like,
Ketchup
but like it's been rumored that like, hey, Warner Bros. Might sell just all of Looney Tunes to Ketchup.
Yeah, I disagree.
What about
That's a
Mustard
funny
Industries?
I mean, personally, in terms of decision, I was like, why not? I ain't gonna do shit with it.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's always like, all right, but that's mentally, that would be like, again, Disney selling Mickey Mouse and crew.
They actually use Mickey Mouse for shit.
That's true, but there's still probably 25% of Warner Brothers that's like, yeah, we can't sell these mascots. We've got to make eventually a Space Jam 3, so we need that.
I mean, without Looney Tunes, like, what the fuck is Warner Brothers?
What are you talking about? Zaslav knows. It's
reality shows, boy.
Shitty reality. Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah.
It's so good. It's so great. I mean, who else would love, I don't know, Mark, throw out one of those shitty reality shows. You would know.
Just make
I
me
don't know.
think
Hell's
about why
Kitchen,
so many
fucking
Six
where
Flags are
Gordon
shutting
Ramsay's
down now.
cooking.
And the Six Flags shut down too. Yeah, that's
Look up anything that came from
Six
Animal
Flags
Planet.
shut down.
That applies.
Yeah, Six Flags is shutting down. Well, some of them, some of the locations.
For instance, the one near us is gone. Yeah, well, we'll be gone.
It will be gone. Yeah, November 2nd, last time. Get your tickets.
Oh, yeah, because they're still doing the Halloween thing this year.
Yep.
Which
Fright Fest.
Fright Fest was fun once.
I'm going to be going to it for the first time, so that's
Might as well enjoy it before it's gone.
Yeah, we haven't
I'm
been
going to
there.
tell you this now, just off of just personal. Get your fucking season pass right now. They are dirt cheap.
I mean, now
Enjoy it.
They are?
Ride that motherfucker.
Like, how
right
much?
now.
How much we're talking?
well, because it's literally the
So
last
if you're
season.
getting a season pass, gold right now, it's 50. Then if you're doing silver, it's 70, and then I think it's
How much
like
is single
almost
pass?
100 for like for the season pass.
How much is a single pass?
It's like
For like a single pass, like if you're just going like for the day,
Yeah.
like $30 to $40, depending on what day you go.
$30-$40 now.
Yep. Yeah, like I said, it's
Six Flags is no
dirt
longer.
cheap.
Six Flags used to be the goat of like, all right, this is you're gonna slide right.
Like
in
you was
and
almost spending at least like 70 to go on a day.
Yes.
Now it's $30 to $40 depending on.
It's insane.
I think it's, if I'm correct, if you're going like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, it's on the lower end, and then if it's like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and
Oh,
Sunday,
they peak
it's
it.
on the upper end. Yeah.
Of course. Yeah.
So yeah,
Alright,
so choose wisely when to go.
Pause it.
That's all I got to say.
I mean, I will say, just to put a cap on it, like, if there is one theme park that you can literally focus this conversation around, it is Six Flags, because that's Looney Tunes shit. Like, you're not talking about fucking King's Dominion. That
is very
they had
I
good
know.
stuff.
I love talking about like because the story of Space Jam is if the Looney Tunes fucking lose, they have to be they have to entertain at amusement parks, and that's why I keep saying like, yeah, we're in a dark timeline where they fucking lost the fucking basketball game.
That's good.
All right.
Because that's exactly what they're
Because
doing.
that's literally all their signage, all the mascots. They have to get their dragging themselves
Aw.
in 98-degree weather. All
They're
around
there
the
because they
parks.
lost at Space
Because they
Jam.
lost.
Like Michael Jordan didn't play well.
Don't miss Tiny Toon Adventures weekdays and Saturday on Fox.
Mark, by the way, in terms of, like you said, this is a movie that you wanted to talk about, but how about not just the movie, but what is your perception of Tiny Toon Adventures?
I vaguely remember catching it on cable. I think it was on. I know it's syndicated on like Nickelodeon for a short time. I think I caught it on like probably Cartoon Network or something, or Boomerang. I probably caught it on Boomerang when I had like a chance to watch that. But I vaguely remember on that. Most of my time spent watching Looney Tunes, Tiny Toons, was like on YouTube back in like over 2 decades ago. And it's like probably like 2000. It was like back when before the copyright system was a problem, and you can just back when videos could only be 10 minutes, only 10 minutes, because there was a time there was like
Classic YouTube.
it went from 10 minutes to 15 minutes, and then like infinite. But like there was a time where videos can be only 10 minutes, and like I remember I watched a lot of Tiny Toons and like I watched a lot of cartoons on there, and one of the cartoons I would watch a lot is Tiny Toons, and I watch them in parts.
Nice.
And I just love Looney Tunes. I just love cartoons back in the day, and Tiny Toons was just like a great kind of like love letter to just like old Looney Tunes.
Right. How about you guys, in terms of your attachment to Tiny Toons? Obviously, again, I'm fresh to this whole thing, so.
Nah, I grew up with it, so
Okay.
it's somewhere in the back of my brain. So Yeah, but it was on Nickelodeon for a long time, right next to like Animaniacs and Freakazoid. They had all the rights to those. I don't even think I've ever seen Tiny Toons on Cartoon Network.
They had a very... No, I don't know. Yeah, because they jumped to Nick.
Yeah.
Animaniacs had a brief run on.
They were on WB,
but they never jumped to Cartoon Network.
Freakazoid was on Cartoon Network.
Freakazoid was on Cartoon Network.
Yeah, Freakazoid was on Cartoon Network. Yeah.
But Tiny Toons and Animaniacs were on. Well, no, Animaniacs were on Cartoon Network.
Right.
But it was also on Nickelodeon because I remember them saying Nickelodeon, Nickelania, and Animaniacs. Those are the facts. Yeah, it's right up there with all the rest of the show.
They would also like insert the Nickelodeon logo into their intros.
Yeah, I was saying.
Yeah.
It was we're Animani, totally insane, Nickelodeon, and then Animaniacs.
Yeah. How about you, Joe?
First of all, I definitely grew up with Tiny Toons, Freakazoid, Animaniacs, all the stuff that they were talking about. Pinky and the Brain. I feel like I'm missing somewhere in that genre.
Hysteria.
Probably. But honestly, this was actually my first time seeing this movie. I don't think I actually saw this movie as a kid, so I kind of went very fresh in the air. It was. I'm gonna just say this now. Nothing too groundbreaking, but there was a lot going on. Like. There was so much going on in this movie.
Yeah, I don't think this doesn't appear often on the Nickelodeon itself. The movie.
Okay, so this movie, because like it was like it's like well, first of all, this is the first direct to video.
Yeah, which originally, for a brief moment, they wanted it to go theatrical, but it never got the interest to go theatrical at all. So
well, that was like an idea at one point. It was never like. Production wise, it was always made to be a video.
Happy Independence Day! And as Ben Franklin once said, let's vote.
What is Tiny Toon Adventures, by the way, Mark? I mean, I'm gonna let you cruise this ship here.
All right, put that on screen first. All right, well, actually, no, put all of this on screen.
This one is just...
It's the first of like what I would call like the Tom Rugerverse, where like I mean, I guess technically it started with a pup named Scooby-Doo. Or probably started with something else, but like, well, the Tom Ruger Looney Tunes verse, where it's, a bunch of these shows, like, where he has, like, the creator on, and, like, they're all, like, produced by Steven Spielberg. Mm-hmm. I know, Tom, a show similar to this that Tom Ruger started on was, like, a pup named Scooby-Doo, which, like, took the Scooby-Doo cast and like made and like kind of like kidified them, just made them younger, and also the show was like it was kind of a parody on Scooby-Doo itself, and there was a lot of smart comedic writing, a lot of fourth wall break writing too. It's a very funny show. So like he was called in to like help make a Looney Tunes cartoon like under Steven Spielberg, and they wanted to make like something with the Looney Tunes like. They were going to, try and think about, aging down the Looney Tunes. Something they would probably do, much later. But, yes. The Looney Tunes are mascot characters. So they come with a lot of rules and restrictions. Kind of like, a lot of mascot characters in general. Because especially with Disney, you have to treat Mickey Mouse right. He can't do this, he can't do this, he can't do this. Same thing with the Looney Tunes. You have to, they have specific rules. Like, they can't do this, they gotta be off mall for this, they have to animate this certain way. Sometimes they break those rules, but, most of the time, if you're doing a big project with them, they have to follow these rules and guidelines. So there was okay, let's make our own characters separate from the Looney Tunes with no relation. That way we can, have, the essence of the Looney Tunes and just, kind of do our own thing with them and how to follow the rules and regulations. Pretty much. And they can, just put them in there. So when the actual Looney Tunes are in Tiny Toons, they still come to a lot of rules. They have to animate a specific way. They can only do certain things they're allowed to do. They
respect them too.
Yeah, they respect them. Rules and regulations change a lot over time. So same thing with the Mickey Mouse characters. So I'm curious how loose they were allowed to be when the Paul Rubens shorts happened for the Disney characters, because that is very different from what those Paul Rubens cartoons. Yeah. That's very different from what the Mickey Mouse characters usually do.
If I recall correctly, the Looney Tunes themselves didn't do much in the Tiny Toon series themselves.
They were teachers. They were mentors.
But they were basically
beyond cameos.
They were cameos. Beyond it, they didn't really do anything.
Yeah, exactly. they couldn't really do much with them, or they were really allowed to at the time. So they just made these like aged down doppelgangers with no relation.
Right.
And
see what you did.
like I know we're talking about like this movie in Pacific. They started production on this before. Because production on this conceptualized before the series like even finished airing.
Okay, because I was about to say
Even started airing actually.
there was a canonical mishap in there, and I was like, okay, this isn't right. But it's something small, so keep going.
The VHS came out after the first like 65 episodes.
Okay.
And like this this team they with Tom everyone, a lot of people worked on this.
Yes.
They went into other Steven Spielberg produced shows, because later after this we got Animaniacs, Freakish Story, Hysteria, and like this Taz was like I know Tom Berger was on that, but like it's like I don't know, it could be the same team, but it's not produced. It's not produced by Steven Spielberg. You don't get that credit on there. It's not usually included in that.
Right.
Pinky and the Brain, and it doesn't have the Steven Spielberg name, but like the same, like a lot of the same team started working on the Batman the Animated Series.
Okay.
And that came in afterwards. There's even a reference to that, because in the first episode, when the Moose is like reading like a Tiny Toons magazine.
That's awesome. Yeah, I thought, as someone that's fresh on this and only went through research, I think one of the cool things about this series is how much it and where Warner Brothers was at the time was just kind of the first stepping stone into kind of getting their shit together. Like, without this, you don't get... If this fails, obviously you might invest more, but the positive enforcement or the positive perception of this series kind of pushed them into, like you said, the following things that Spielberg would be working with, or and I should say more specifically, the Amblin WB partnership, less Spielberg, because obviously his name's on everything, but it's more just because he was a big fucking name, less that he was on everything. So that Amblin WB partnership really, really just throttled things up for Warner Brothers, and I think without the success, you don't get this great snowball effect of, like, you guys named all those different series, but then you, like, on the other side, Warner Brothers having the confidence to build up their own content, like the Batman stuff, and not Batman, both the Batman series, and then growing into a DC lineup, and then building a WB network that has Kids WB, and having the confidence of their content to actually go and make their own block, and, snowballing that for about a decade until it all fucking falls apart. And Space Jam, obviously, like just rebuilding that Looney Tunes brand in a way that can be so synonymous and recognizable in the 90s that it's a staple in households,
Yeah, there started to be like a small like snowball effect like around like the mid to late 80s, because I know DuckTales was like the
That's the kicker, right? That's
that was the kicker. They showed you can have like good animated shows at prime time. And then you got like Muppet Babies, where it's sort of like, hey, cute, like aging down, like, mascot characters. The audience loves that shit. It's still relevant today, because we get like new baby characters of of known mascots all the time now.
Right.
All the baby characters.
It's so adorable. I want to collect them all.
Every single baby character in Mario Kart.
And we got like
babies. Oh, sorry, my bad.
You got like stuff like a Puppet Named Scooby Doo, and like I think like New Adventures of Mighty Mouse. It showed like you can have like
Tom and Jerry kids.
No, not that. I'm talking about cartoons specifically in the later '80s. I can show you can have like smarter writing, even for a kids cartoon.
Got it.
And
a little bit of wit, bit of
and like the biggest thing, because like Steven Spielberg's name on us, he's a big like I
mean, he's massive at that point.
Well, he's a big like entrepreneur, I guess. Is that the right word for like bringing like cartoons back to the limelight, because cartoons weren't like that looked at as like something big until like something big again until Who Framed Roger Rabbit. He made that, and then like because he made cartoons a big deal because Who Framed Roger Rabbit was a success. That's why they were all like able to get all those licenses for like not too much money when they were in production, because a lot of those cartoons were fucking worthless. Even like the Looney Tunes had like a contract where they can only be on a screen at the same time as the Disney characters. It probably still didn't cost them that much because even Warner Bros. Weren't doing much of the Looney Tunes around the time. The fucking 70s were over.
It just wasn't significant. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I mean, and even then, like, yes, Spielberg, before all of the content that he worked with WB on, it's like you had the Don Bluth stuff. You're talking, obviously, Land Before Time, American Tail. So he had already shown that, man, I can work with a team and make something that's going to be so profitable it competes against Disney and kicks their ass at the same time. So he's going into the late 80s with this huge success. And so he can go and say, hey, I'm going to, and like you said on top of Roger Rabbit, I can revive this, and I want to work with you. It's like, they're like, oh, please help us. Okay, fuck.
Well, shit.
Why would we disagree with you? Like, yeah, you know, like you are on top of the world. You know, you got all this shit that's going on. Like, yeah, why not?
Well, he needs to start.
Yeah, one of the biggest best thing.
Fucking office.
Yeah.
'Cause right now, it's not that hard to fucking kick Disney's ass animation wise. I'm just gonna say this: K-pop Demon Hunters is killing Elio. That's all
We got
I'm
robbed by
saying.
not having that.
We did a review of that last week. Oh my god, K-pop Demon.
We got robbed by
is,
not having that in theaters.
Yeah, because they didn't. Again, the whole strict streaming shit is horrific because that should have been the summer movie. Like, imagine just being able to see that on screen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. That thing is amazing. It is one of the best movies of the year.
I think that in this climate, I think like it could have made money in theaters.
No, it would have made money in theaters.
Especially those hits, especially those songs catching on.
Yeah.
People would have flocked to the theaters just for those songs. So.
But it's one of those things where you put it out right now. It's like, what? Oh, Smurfs. Oh yeah. Like no fucking contest. What are you talking about? There's no competition.
Jurassic World.
So, but going back to what we're talking about, go ahead.
One of the best things like he introduced with these cartoons, like when he started this with Tiny Toons, is like what was a big deal. What was a big risk is like not a big risk, just like a big cost is having a actual orchestra doing soundtrack for these tunes, like because a lot of cartoons around the time would just like have libraries of music. It was like we have a track for when things are sad, we have a track for when things are for when things are happy, and we have a track for like when things are wacky. And the editor is just playing DJ and like okay, sad moment, all right, put this track in. Happy moment, put this track in. Main character's winning, theme song, instrumental. But like to make these feel like actual Looney Tunes, he had the orchestrated track, the orchestrated tracks in, and they were like really good.
Right.
And it made them like really feel like like.
No, there was more momentum. There was more momentum and value to every scene at that point. I mean, it's incredibly impressive.
If you were to like watch these cartoons with your eyes closed, you can still tell what's going on because you get like instruments playing whenever a character turns their head, like.
Just the care and consideration is something that was kind of missing, and you get that back. Again, I think just to put a cap on it, unless you had final thoughts, Mark, before we move further, I think one of the cool things about this time point of when Tiny Toon Adventures comes out and has its run in the early 90s is like there's this research everywhere in animation, this in reinvestment. Like, obviously Disney with their reinvestment pushes into a renaissance. Then you've got Nick, who's starting to produce Nicktoons. They're just getting started, but I mean, that's fucking cool. You got Rugrats, Ren and Stimpy, and Doug there. Disney's coming out. They're rolling out, obviously you said DuckTales. You got Goof Troop later on, Chip and Dale, Darkwing. Turner is launched Cartoon Network at that point.
Mighty Ducks, the cartoon.
Mighty Ducks comes out, but Cartoon Network launches. Like everyone is doing something, and it only gets more and more throttled up as you get into the 90s, and then obviously it falls apart. But what a cool time point to look at and just explore everything going on. Before we get into a little further, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. All right, Mark, one. All right. Before we move into more of the what and the why, getting into obviously things about this series and specifically the movie itself, because we're still talking about Tiny Toon Adventures, the series. I did want to ask everyone here, because obviously, again, Looney Tunes has been so synonymous with all of us in some way, shape, or the other. Obviously, the best Looney Tunes movie, Space Jam, and so many other things. I mean, Mark would agree with me.
Get the fuck out of here!
Water! Perhaps I've gone too far.
But I wanted to ask what your favorite Looney Tunes sort of spin-off or series has been sort of in your lifetime, or not just in your lifetime, but specifically that you've watched. So I'll pass it over to the guy that obviously nominated this movie. Mark, go ahead.
I'd say it's definitely the HBO Max cartoons. Like they've been fucking solid so far, and a lot of them just been making me laugh.
What is it called?
Looney Tunes cartoons. But they're the ones that came in when HBO Max first launched back in like 2020 or 2021.
I'm sorry, did you mean, are you talking about HBO Max, which was formerly Max, and is now HBO Max? Max?
Yeah.
I just want to make sure.
It's HBO Max!
It's HBO Max.
Don't you fucking correct me, you bitch!
It is now HBO Max.
It's like, you just realize as you're trying to correct me, like, don't you mean Max? That turned into
No. The whole joke is that it was HBO Now, then HBO Max, and then it was Max.
No, it was only Max. You just brought Now, and that was done by the time those
No, it was HBO Max way back, and then it was Max, and now it's HBO Max again.
Yes, I was right. What the fuck are you going on about?
Yeah. The joke is that you could call it HBO, formerly HBO Max, and now presently HBO Max in between.
But the joke was you were trying to correct me.
Yes.
All right.
So the joke doesn't work.
All
You
right.
guys,
All right.
Anyway, you guys, favorite tune in the Looney Tunes here?
That would be it was either 2018 or 2019, the Looney Tunes show that was on Cartoon Network.
Ah, okay.
Oh, that was really good.
That was really good. The portrayal of the characters was just, especially Daffy and Lola, was just brilliant. They never not.
Oh, you talking about the one where there was kind of like more surreal life?
Yeah,
That one?
the Seinfeld-esque one.
That they just. I wish it went on longer than it did.
Yeah, me too.
It. How many seasons? It got what, 2?
I think 2 or 3.
Yeah.
I believe really 2. In all honesty.
I just every time I jump back to a conversation that Buzz was having with Lola, or a conversation Buzz was having with Daffy, it's just like, why is this so damn funny? And the fact that they appealed to adults because they were in situations where like we people who have grown up with the series.
That show just felt so adult for a channel that was mostly like demographic was at least like preteen males.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like it just felt so. It's surprising how adult that show.
Was so funny.
It was great.
I didn't dig it when it was coming out. I think that was like 2013, 14, 15. I could give a fuck about it then, but every time I see a clip of it now, it's like, nah, that's pretty funny. That's actually really
I
funny.
thought it was okay when it first came out, but like the older I got, the more I got the jokes, and it just like I love the show now.
Right. How about you, man?
Well, Brian wanted to talk about the what and the why. I want to talk about the where and the how. I'm sorry. But anyway, we're gonna.
Who's it and the what?
We're gonna talk about the tunes, the what and the why. I don't fucking know. I'd probably say just because I didn't really get to watch that one all too much. I would see it when I had cable and when it was on the Looney Tunes that was more surreal. So I would probably say more of like the classic Looney Tunes. You know, where Elmer Fudd is chasing either Daffy or Bugs when it's hunting season. Yosemite Sam, shooting the guns, high hold, shit like that.
Oh yeah,
And,
that's one's from the 70s.
Pretty much. I'm really more fond of that. And even when Tiny Toons was just on the air, that would pretty much be good too. Because like I said, it was my first time seeing this movie. It was something else.
I mean, you can always go back to.
Okay, good. Now that everyone spoke, I'm glad no one said fucking Lunatics Unleash. I had to slap somebody.
Now, I
love that. I don't care. Put me back on the camera.
Yeah.
Put me back on.
I enjoyed
That
it.
put me on the camera!
It was not bad at all. It was not a bad song.
Wait, so this is the first time do we have 2 Lunatics defenders here? Because I just need to know. Like,
Lunatic, it wasn't a bad show. It came out at a bad time, but
for the network it was on.
Yeah, but the show itself was really good. I did love the way their powers were drawn. Their powers were so into what they usually do.
I'm so glad that I'm hearing.
When it comes to,
I get the idea. I thought it was really corny.
Because everywhere that you hear, I mean everywhere, everyone says Lunatics Unleashed.
It did not suck.
It's the pissiest shit.
After the show came out, a lot of cartoons just like made fun of it. Like the Wabbit show, like that was like that nobody saw, that was on Boomerang, that made fun of it. The new Animaniacs made fun of it. Even Teen Titans, Teen Titans Go episode that came out recently made fun of it.
Teen Titans Go.
Yeah.
Like and also in the Warner Brothers offices, there's like a poster of Lunatics Unleashed. I think it's like on it. It's like a note that says, "Don't do this."
Look,
They They hated that show.
Look, let me tell you something. When it comes to Lunatics Unleashed, look, I need you to focus. Viewer out there, focus on me real quick. All right, focus on me. The thing about Lunatics Unleashed.
Oh, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the
What the
Cannon.
fuck? I said focus, Brian. Focus.
Zoom, enhance.
Jesus.
Think about it. Give them some time. Clear out.
Lock in. Come here. Focus on me. You, me, like that one scene in fucking Real Steel. You, me. I'm Hugh Jackman.
Now
you're Adam.
We're pulling out a reference here. Real Steel.
Yes.
Oh my god.
So like I said,
Rock'em Sock'em Robots. Okay.
What was great about Lunatics, other than it just being superhero shit and they having all unique abilities, I think what made it really great, other than the future shit, because everyone wanted to do a future thing, is that it expanded upon not the lunatic characters themselves, but it gave more shine to people who either didn't really have a voice or were just there for comic relief. So, like, pretty much basically the Lunatics version of Wile E. Coyote, Roadrunner, Tasmanian Devil, and stuff like that. Those are really good examples that I really want to say because they were more fleshed out. It was other than just being, silent, blowing the fuck up, running around, or just it was more than just that. Okay, I know I did that so fucking well.
They're meant to be like fucking one-dimensional gags that you like
And I understand that. But my thing is that look, if you look beyond the Looney of Toon itself, the Lunatics that unleashed were greatness. All right, now I'm done.
I
didn't understand it, but I do agree.
It was a pretty corny action show, honestly.
So
Anyway,
that was phenomenal.
Also,
all right, but wait. I'll just go ahead.
Also, the fact that the characters were not the main Looney Tunes characters was also a point people hated, which I just want to get that out there. Like they wasn't the same characters, guys. Get over it. Like
that wasn't the
true,
issue.
They a lot of people went into it thinking,
we were joking about at some point we will have to do a Lunatics Unleashed cartoon chat. That is now on the timetable, guaranteed.
I will be here.
We need them here, and we need definitively, it's happening now. Like, but either way, I've got a shout out.
So when that episode you're gonna be there or be.
You want to get a fun trivia?
What?
The person who designed the Lunatics created the SWAT Cats.
Huh.
Oh, that makes sense.
The RSL's super similar.
I can tell.
Yeah.
All right, back to Tiny Toons. I want to talk to you more about.
All right, so let me just one last here. All right, got to shout out Duck Dodgers.
He just
got to shout out Duck Dodgers. I mean,
it is a bad show.
Magical to revisit every time you revisit the whole thing. Any episode, go into it, love it.
Really great intro.
Fucking.
They had a whole episode parodying Samurai Jack. Fucking genius.
Wait, isn't that the one with the where Daffy's in space and then the Martian Queen and shit?
Yeah.
Yes.
You guys know
that's the other reason why it's a great show. But no, it's a phenomenal show.
Yeah, I know you guys got that cartoon crush. I know you guys out there. You know who I'm talking about.
All right, so
but honestly, that's one of the least horniest Looney Tunes shows.
Yes, but there is again standout.
Yeah.
Yes. No Looney Tunes show exists where there isn't a horny design character in some way.
I would argue Baby Looney Tunes doesn't have that, thankfully.
I'm sorry, the grandmother mark.
Stop that. You guys are sick. I hate it here.
Exactly, yes. See? All right. Let's get into actually talking about the movie itself.
Dive into the movie presentation of Tiny Toon Adventures, How I Spent My Vacation. The Hub's Toonathon continues tonight with Tiny Toon Adventures, How I Spent My Vacation at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 Pacific, only on the Hub.
This came out originally in March of '92, but it was split into sort of 4 parts when syndicated on television. That includes when it had its run on Fox Kids back in February of '93. It was then tethered together as a full film for the first time on television in '98. Budget of $350,000, of course, outsourced animation to Japan, and of course produced by the duo team of WB and Amblin. Because again, a lot of people worked on this. There is a lot in terms of getting into.
Yeah, the reason we're not shouting out a lot of these names because they're not familiar to us. But like,
well, no, they all have great credit. Like
they do have great credit.
Many of the directors here, a lot of them are sequence directors, where they worked on a section of this, conceptualized the section of this, and from there, it's like, this is basically your realm. You're going to control this section, and that's what you're doing. A lot of them have credits much further back, working on stuff, and there's a lot here.
Because like, folks, this is not a traditional. If you haven't seen this before, this is not a traditional movie. This is a sketch movie. It's a series of sketches. So it doesn't really have like a traditional plot and a traditional act structure. Just a series of sketches.
Right.
And that's the fun of this movie.
1000%. All right. The last thing, obviously, again, outsourced over to Tokyo Shinsa. That's where this was. All the animation was done at. You would think, okay, American company, Warner Brothers, and you've got Amblin, but much like a lot of different things here, and a lot of, whether it was Disney, Warner Brothers, anything American, it was always usually, all right, push it over there. We're not doing that shit here, and that was the dance.
Wow.
So, yeah. Unless it was really heavily invested in, like if it was a Renaissance level movie from Disney, then you get the, all right, we're doing it at the studio here, but even then, some work was always done overseas. All right, getting into the cast. Obviously, again, stacked cast, and what's cool is so many of these people were just jumping in, working on. They did impressions of different actors that were again like fake in the movie and things like that. I'm gonna actually run through all of these. Charlie Adler is Buster, of course. Tress McNeely is Babs. Joe Alasky as Plucky. By the way, Alasky, cool fucking name, last name. John Messick as Hampton. Cree Summer as Elmira. Kath Susie as Fifi, obviously the skunk. Gail Mathias as Shirley. Rob Paulson as Foulmouth. Frank Welker makes an appearance here as Stinky, the pig that was, absolutely gross.
Wait, what? He barely had lines.
Yeah, I know, that's okay.
No, I'm surprised you mentioned Frank Welker because he's the background. He's just a background voice for every animal and almost every
he's in
cartoon.
So many portions of this.
He's in cartoons we already talked about before.
Yes.
It's so crazy just seeing Cree Summer's face up there.
Cree Summer, and
I was like, as soon as I even just heard the name, I was going like number 5 from Kids Next Door.
The amount of things.
Oh, and Susie Carmichael.
Yes. Yep. I mean, the amount of things that so many of these actors have been in. It's like insane.
Yeah, pretty much all '90s shows.
Okay, so
early 2000s.
Let me make a couple more. Sorrel Book as Big Daddy Boo, the obvious big gator. The Gator in the South. Jonathan Winters as Wade Pig, that's Hampton's dad, and Eddie McClurg as Winnie Pig, Hampton's mom. That might be Edie McClurg, by the way. Those two were not on this screen here, but I still wanted to credit them because they make a few jokes. They're fucking nightmare characters to that.
So I think
Plucky had to deal with on the run here. What do you got?
My favorite voice performance in this whole movie is Joe Alasky. I think he's just the best Daffy Duck. His career, I think his Looney Tunes career started in Tiny Toons, and then after that he did more Looney Tunes voices after the fact. He became not even just Daffy Duck. He was doing voices for Bugs Bunny stuff. If you want to hear a lot of his good voice work, he does do most of the Looney Tunes and Looney Tunes Back in Action. He voices Daffy Duck and Bugs Bunny. And a couple of the Looney Tunes. And a cartoon you just mentioned that he's Daffy Duck in is Duck Dodgers, the 2003 cartoon.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's as Plucky Duck, he is a fantastic performance. Just his screams, his grunts, it's hilarious.
Yes. I got to shout out obviously Tress McNeil as Babs, because Babs regularly it's you're doing. The show is so often, it's all right, you're doing impressions, you're doing so much. It's the amount of fun that she can have there and the range that she has with being able to do that is awesome there. But all these voice actors, absolutely phenomenal.
She's the first great female Looney Tune. And I'd probably say if you don't count the Animaniacs cast, probably the only great female Looney Tune.
That's a I think that's fair. I don't know. So there's going to be someone in the comments, hey, excuse me, don't I remember in 1957?
Lola Bunny from Space Jam 2.
All right. Moving on, we're going to go ahead and actually get into the feature focus.
Hey, pal, this is our story. Yeah, get your own video.
It's your call.
Yeah, I talked about my history with this cartoon, but like I had the VHS back in the day. I think I found it at a thrift store, but like that's where I first discovered the show itself.
Right. So
Martin,
say what you said before we started talking.
What?
Say what you said about this box art.
Oh shoot! Yeah, none of that happened in the movie. And show the back of it. Yeah, nothing in this art is, of course, is the same as what happens in the movie. That's completely a lie.
It's just a false. It's a fiction.
There's nothing in there.
Yeah, it's better.
Except the part that are all on
it shows
vacation.
shows them being like slice of life and chill here.
It's not true because none of them actually went on vacation in this movie.
No.
You can count it as a vacation. The Plucky family did.
The only thing
The Plucky family thinks they went on vacation.
They did not.
Hampton's family went on vacation.
They took a drive and went back home.
They spent their summer vacation.
They perceive it as this was a fucking quest of a vacation.
They went on a road trip that went to nowhere, and me personally,
That was their vacation.
If I was Plucky's
not
friend,
the
we
Plucky
would
it
never
was,
be
but
friends anymore.
Not the Plucky it was, but that was their vacation.
If you were Hender's friend, we'd have to be friends anymore.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
yeah, not Plucky.
We'll talk about the. Oh my god! All right, let's get into the movie now. First things first. Obviously, we begin with the last day. Summertime is here, and the title sequence here. We get two different little melodies as we go in, and I mean, I think what's cool here is we all kind of, we're getting older, like obviously, but I think you can all recall that moment of like, Jesus Christ, these last few days of school can it just fucking end here? Notably, I remember in high school, just you got to get past the final exams, and none of this shit matters anymore.
What?
Just, I remember in high school, you get past the final exams, and none of this shit matters anymore. So then you can go out to summer, do whatever you want.
Okay, good. I was about to say,
I was say there were like different levels. To,
yeah,
because
once you did the exam, you didn't have to come back no more.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
It's like I'm saying, like the feeling of all right, like this is the week, but like all right, like that same energy where they're just looking at the clock. It's like that's the energy of all right, this week of just exams. All right, get that shit done. And I don't need to fucking think about this shitty fucking place. I am out, and I'm thinking about whatever I'm going to do this summer. I don't care if it's just chilling, if it's going wherever. It's like the ideal, the sense of what they're doing in the classroom where it's like, they don't really care what they're going to do. They're idealizing it, they're imagining it, but whatever it is, I'm not here. And that's the whole thing with the melody that's going on in the beginning of this movie.
Yeah, I mean that's not how it was for like everything. I mean,
Back
for the
to school.
movie, it was like that.
Yeah.
But literally, in certain situations, when it was like end of fucking summer days, you're ready to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
One or two things either happened.
Whenever
you
I
either just said
okay.
fuck. You either said fuck school and you just left,
Yeah.
or you had that one cool teacher that would just fucking throw a pizza party.
Well, yeah,
because
of course, yeah,
you
yeah.
guys are getting the fuck out of here.
Right.
Or that one bad parent who would send you to school anyway.
Oh,
Yeah, that was
Just like-
if that was you, I'm so sorry. Your parents didn't love you.
so June 25th, it says you're still going in. It's like, yeah, but nothing's happening. Well, you're going in. Okay. Well,
Literally go to school and the teacher's like,
Why are you
fucks
here?
off.
Why are you
They
here?
fucks off. And you literally walk around the school doing nothing.
That is why.
What you just said is exactly what a teacher said to me once.
Yeah.
Just like, why are you here?
Yeah, I can imagine.
They just my mom sent me.
Barren hallways, nothing to do, but hey, it says school day, so fuck.
Now, and I was thinking back, like, why do we have to go to school on that last day? Because usually nothing's happening. We're just
Usually people don't go on that last day.
Yeah.
yeah.
Usually that's literally a nothing
Yeah,
day.
usually like when the big tests are done or like whatever last assignments, it's like, yeah, I'm not sending you to school. At that point, the parents even caring less. You just staying home. I'm gonna go to work. Don't burn down the house.
Right.
Well, actually, I know the point because school was always free babysitting for the parents.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
ta-da. That is the.
Yep.
That's the. So that's the difference between elementary, middle, and then high, right? It's like, okay, elementary, it's like, yeah, you're going to that very fucking last day, 90% of the time, because hey, you're not at home. But high
Middle
school,
school's kind of like a toss up.
exactly. But high school, like,
you're gone.
You're getting the fuck out of there. I mean, unless Martin, even in high school, did you have to?
No, I
I was
wasn't.
about to say, like, you could get the fuck out at that point.
I was talking about elementary.
Good,
I mean,
good,
see,
okay,
the
good. I
bad
was
part
making
was
sure. The borderline is,
Yeah, it's either that or you was a bad kid and you needed like every point of your grade to count.
No, I'm
just saying, there was a child
I
out
was
there.
so good at it. They sent me to summer school for nothing.
For nothing.
For nothing. I got sent to summer school for nothing.
As a child, I went to summer school twice voluntarily. I don't know why. I was a good kid. I don't know.
Man, it sounded
Wait,
like
were you like just doing classes? Like,
for being a good kid?
Yeah, man. What the
Fuck you, bro.
I gotta stab you.
Fuck you.
I gotta stab you.
For being a child of academics,
Don't plan to see him no more.
I just go.
Yeah. Oh, you should never tell me that, man.
That's what I deserve, apparently.
yeah.
You're so great for the young,
Dang.
the youth. You're so great.
Dang, and we gonna
So
have
great.
that
No,
little
just an impression.
text
Just no, yeah.
Oh, man, I'm gonna miss you, man.
Fuck.
You're such a weakling. The fucking teachers were bullying you.
Jesus.
That reminds me, like, an episode of The Simpsons where Bart was getting bullied by his gym teacher, and Marge was like, "Tell your teacher. The teacher is the bully." Well, tell your bully. I'm pretty sure he wouldn't appreciate that at all.
The bombardment episode?
I forgot which one. Yeah, it was a boxing episode.
No, the bombardment.
The Bart-
Is that what the one you're talking about?
I couldn't tell you. There's so many Simpsons episodes on.
Yeah, they got like
I'd
what
be
30
swimming
seasons.
in.
Oh, wait, no, that wasn't. There was a lot of episodes. I forget which one, but that one was specifically. But yeah.
All right.
But yeah, that last day, summertime this year, you get the title card, obviously.
Yeah, this song is great. I think it's called it's a piano arrangement called "The Spinning Clock," but it is so catchy. Waiting for the clock to strike 3. Also, it does start with the Tiny Toon song. The Tiny Toon song becomes like a constant motif throughout this entire video. You will hear that song constantly, but it never really gets annoying because they mix it in with a lot of.
Yeah, it's like a summer version of like the opening song for the actual cartoon, right?
Oh,
Yes.
there's a lot of versions for this song. They throughout
All
the.
right.
It's a it's a constant motif.
Yeah.
You will hear it. You do.
It's all thought those.
Yeah.
I'm talking about
Yeah. Yeah. So everyone's gapped up and fucking out. School is out. But our core focus at first is focused around Plucky, who sees Hampton and is like, man, all right, well, I'm about to, do whatever. I don't know what you're doing, but I'm going to have the best fucking summer. Get the fuck out.
Oh no, you were like, Hampton, come join me. We're gonna
That's
sit in
what-
front of the TV. We're gonna play some games.
Which, in hindsight, I mean, much better concept than what he's about to sign up for. Because Hampton's like, man, my family's going to off-brand Disney World. We're going to Happy Funland. Is that correct?
Happy World Land.
Happy
World.
Yeah, and so, Plucky's like, holy shit, I gotta fucking join this then, because there is no fucking way I am just relaxing at home in an air-conditioned setting, comfortable, in the summer, doing nothing but
Oh no,
relaxing.
as a kid, fucking Disney World was like the dream of all dream places you want to go to. I mean,
Well, of course.
you just have to go in the assumption in this world like that. Pluggy's going to assume like he can just get on this road trip and the family's going to pay like hundreds of $1,000s for him for his entry fee as well.
That was, oh man, I can't. I'm so upset my mind jumped to that. Like, who's gonna pay for his interest fee?
You just have to assume they're he thinks they're going to do it. So
Yeah.
Real life just hit you in the balls.
That is funny that's like a core question. I honestly, because of course it is the cartoon. I was like, it depends on the cartoon. Here it's like, oh, they're just gonna have them tag in, but like, it was weird because it felt like they wouldn't care how much money it was hypothetically, but then the whole ride through they're being budget conscious. It's a duality that is aggravatingly annoying, especially for Plucky, who has to deal with the torture immediately starting with, Stinky being right there next to him.
I just realized something.
it's Looney Tunes. You can't really think about it logically just for the gags. But like, if you do want to think about it logically, they technically aren't like they technically aren't paying for Happy World Land itself.
Well,
Or
that is
food.
true. That is what's
Or anything actually.
Yes, it is a literally free ride except for gas, which we don't see them get. You were
I
about
was
to say.
I was gonna say because I was actually just now thinking about this now was that in the beginning where they're packing to leave and they stack so much shit on top of the vehicle,
Yes.
they don't even make a pit stop to even like relax in any way. They do make a pit stop, but like I said, that's a bad
But not
thing.
for,
Doesn't really
not
count.
for relax.
But not to relax. And it's like, what the fuck were they packing for? and they were going in for the fact of a trip. And I'm just thinking to myself, it was like they were gonna either camp, stay at a hotel, something.
Right.
And I'm just there with it. They went from point A to point A, point 5, or part whatever. Then get to B.
Yes.
Then leave.
Yes.
What the fuck was up there? Because it looked like there was some tents, cargo, I don't know, a second home.
It literally looked like what in I think the same vehicle what Goofy packed in the Goofy movie.
Pretty fucking
This whole trip takes place within like 3.5 months.
Months.
Yeah, so you just have to assume probably stuff happened off screen.
Yeah, I think
It had to.
It had to. I mean, at the end of the
Again, it is.
Well, they say that the whole thing is they're just driving consecutively the entire time. Because remember, he opens up the map. Bucky gets a map, opens it up, and it's like, this shit is going to take... If we took all the back roads and all this way, then it would take us until, obviously, the joke, 2021.
2026, next year.
I know how to get there.
No, he said 2021.
He said 2021?
But yeah,
Yeah.
2021.
He said 2021.
But it was like, I think they literally, in this torturous state, he was just trapped in this vehicle for 3 straight months,
With
and
no
they did
water.
not, and they did not stop.
With no water.
Well, the only water being
They
the
had to
sweat
stop at
of
some
Stinky.
time because they had to sleep, so they have to have stopped.
I think that I think he's in hell. I think this is a 3-month hellscape where he's just.
It's Looney Tunes. He probably could have been going for 3 months.
Yes, the mental concept is that this family is so fucking wicked that they just, through the love of themselves and their insanity, just stayed almost in a courageous, cowardly dog way.
The oblivious
Stayed awake
love.
for 3.5 months and just drove that.
They're literally driving through like volcanoes and magma when he says like, "Hey, turn the window down." Like, no, we don't want people to think we don't have air conditioning.
Yes. Can we? Yeah, it's like it's hot out. Can we just no? Like Yeah, it's insane. All right. So on the other side, though, we get to obviously Babs and Buster, and those two are Babs is like, hey, I'm about to start relaxing. I'm going to have a good time. And obviously the shit begins. Buster, water gun. It's summertime. It begins. The water gun fight goes from a simple water gun fight, which pisses, obviously, Babs the fuck off, into a goddamn tsunami contest. Wave 1, wave 2, whole town fucked.
And one part,
yeah.
that part right there, we talk. I'm just like, wow, these two are menaces.
Yeah.
These two are menaces because
Well,
Yes.
the shit they just talk about. Everyone just died.
Yeah.
this is why I need to talk about the animation in this movie is fucking gorgeous, and it's like this is like more expensive than what they had to pay for most of the other episodes of Tiny Toons, and so Tokyo Movie Shinsha, or better known as TMS Shinsha,
Shinya.
Shinya. You know, fried rice for the score. All right, guys.
So yes.
They're I think around the time they did a couple episodes of DuckTales, and they
We're gonna ask for an interview, and they're gonna say "fuck you." You
racist.
they're gonna point directly to this 10-second segment. Anyway,
but they made a couple episodes of DuckTales. Episodes from other shows here and there. I know they did Lupin, and
they did a ton.
And
they were nonstop for.
And I'm talking about before the video. It was still a lot too. And
yes.
And I think a year before this, they just they did Akira. So it's like another like anime about like a town, like with animation of a town getting destroyed. So like that's.
It's like, all right, let's do it again. All right, yep.
Oh, by the way,
but they did it twice in that one span of 10-30 seconds.
Yeah,
I do want to say that animation. I mean, with like other animation than just like video in general.
Yeah,
it's just gorgeous, and it is some of the best animation of Tiny Toons in general. Of probably Looney Tunes and of some of the top best on Looney Tunes. Period. I wouldn't say the best just yet, but like some of the best. The TMS did like a handful of episodes of Tiny Toons. You have other episodes done by other studios which aren't as good. Like the first episode is done by Kennedy Cartoons, and Kennedy is not really that good. They if you want to know what their style is like, they animated all of A Pup Named Scooby-Doo.
Okay.
And they've done like a couple episodes of like of other cartoons, mainly this. I know they've done like the '90s Fantastic Four, and like they're usually like a lot of companies have problems with that studio specifically, and like a lot of their animation is like really bad and like underdone, and they have to fix it. Like put
a lot of cost cutting.
Yeah, they have to like bring the animation they bring back. They have to give that to another studio to finish up because they've done so bad on it. So I mean, the first episode of Tiny Toons is not animation wise. It's not the best because like a Kennedy cartoon is like if you ever watch Puppet Named Scooby, their animation is really bouncy, or the characters are off model constantly. They also love animating that kick dance.
Right.
If you ever see like a Puppet Named Scooby-Doo, Scooby-Doo always does that kick dance. They animate that kick dance
over and over.
No, in a bunch of their other cartoons. I think they did a couple episodes of Groot Troop as well.
Right. Take a pause.
But yeah, I'm gonna like throughout the I'll talk about some of the best animation flourishes in this. But yeah, like that the whole city, all that water and shit, like which probably take a lot to animate. It's like one of the best sequences in this movie.
So Kennedy cartoons, just out of curiosity, that their perception was worse than Hanna-Barbera in the late '80s.
No,
because Hanna was thought of as absolute like cheap.
And we're talking about like some in the '90s, like.
But by '90s, I mean both of them were what, like Kennedy even worse at that point, perceptibly.
Was Hanna-Barbera relevant in the '90s? I don't think.
Well, they had constantly been the option of just, all right, you're making a Saturday morning cartoon, throw it out, done. All right,
back in the 80s
reuse shit.
Earlier.
Yes, but I'm saying by this point where they consider, because they weren't even doing much animation at all at that point, and then they got sold obviously to Turner. But what I'm saying,
I would say there wasn't.
I'm saying perceptively.
After primetime animation like got better, I wouldn't say they're kind of relevant.
Right.
So I mean, like after prime, like Kennedy cartoons was relevant after primetime animation got better.
But they were considered as better than Hanna.
A lot of things are.
Worse.
It's not hard to be better than Hanna, but they were still bad in their own way.
I just wanted to know. All right.
They're not the worst. They're still watchable. Again, Puppet Named Scooby-Doo is a good cartoon. The end, like they're like also, they do have some animation flourishes from time to time that are good, but like a lot of their animation is really bad. I watched the first episode recently, and it's very weird looking. It's not the worst thing ever. It's just like very compared to like all the other animation studios that work on this show, they are the weirdest.
Yeah, I like the fact with the wave. The cool thing about the wave is, it gives the impression that this is just a loony playground anyway. That like everything is going to reset to begin with. Like I love that concept of like it doesn't matter. There could be a fucking 12 meteors strike this goddamn city. I mean, it doesn't matter.
It's out of a picture.
Yeah, but it's like it's amazing. I love so much about the fact that they could go this mad. Like again. Yeah, Tsunami 1, Tsunami 2, doesn't fucking matter. Elmira, by the way, like in between this whole thing, she's brutalizing a cat. Alright, and then the dog next to her is just, next to them is like, now he's kind of fucked for a second because this giant tsunami comes and fucks his happy dog.
No, he's not. He was chill. He was all kinds of chill when that tsunami coming.
He was chill, but it's like, he would rather be chill than in the middle of a, fucking tsunami event.
He's a pile of goo.
Because he looked at it that way.
He really was just a pile of goo.
It's like, okay, I'm happy on that. Ready to sleep.
Yes. So after that, the draining water pulls Babs and Buster into a river, and they begin essentially their own separate quests. So again, now you've got essentially again their characters going on a direction at this point too.
The big gimmick of the big gag is that Buster keeps fucking with Babs and spraying her with water, and throughout the entire video, with the exception of the last 20 seconds, Buster does not get wet once.
Oh my god!
That's the whole gag. Even when it rains, like he always come prepared with an umbrella or anything, he never gets wet once. And Babs constantly gets wet.
Constantly.
Yes.
Yes.
I could have swore he got wet at least once.
No, the last 20 seconds he did, and that's the gag.
He definitely didn't get wet at all.
I guess I don't understand gags then. I'm trying to get that gag. Like, is that...
If you spell it backwards, you might be able
now that's comedy. Alright. Moving on. Now we get, after all this chaos goes on, we get shown the beach. Shirley and Fifi, they've got their own things going on. They're still in Acme Acres while, obviously, Babs and Buster have gone on their own quest. Shirley is dealing with Foulmouth, while Fifi is desperately trying to essentially be embraced by her celebrity crush. Like that's the situation going on here.
Such an odd pick
not
to
gonna
have
lie.
Falmouth there. He is so underused in the cartoon itself. Like to see him, like you said, this was supposed to air before this actual series, right?
No.
It was developed while the series.
It was developed while the series was happening, but
I only remember
this video came out after the first 65 episodes.
Okay, because like having him as like in the movie as a whole segment,
like a prominent, as if
like,
prominent.
Yeah, that's so strange.
Well, it wasn't really that prominent. He just had like a sketch there. There's a couple of characters that don't show up or that just cameo in this movie. Like Montana Max is a big villain in Tiny Toons.
Yeah, what I'm saying. I would more surprised that it would be Montana Max.
I mean, they probably just didn't have a gag for
something
him.
like that.
And like, yeah.
They chose choosing Foulmouth. Like of all, I'm pretty sure that anyone who watched Tiny Toons
would have not presumed that he would get a
or
spotlight.
probably remember his name. I only remember his name because I know his one episode when he was just mother and Buster kept trying to change his perception up. There's only like one episode that I ever seen him in.
Yeah, because his cartoon was funny where he would swear.
Yeah.
And like his swears would be bleeped.
Yeah.
And that was the first time I ever seen it like in a kids cartoon where like they would bleep out a swear. Like you wouldn't see him mouthing off because there would be like a black censor bar over his mouth.
But then you see everybody else just
like nah! And like this
all scared because
also the swears where they end the sentences that doesn't make any sense. He was like beep 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 that bro. It wouldn't be sense as an actual adult would say with the swear words. Yeah. Like you wouldn't say like mother or like something like that. But it was just comical swearing. But like, it was a very funny episode. He hasn't been utilized that much in the show itself. He's here and there. But if they have a gag with him, they'll use him. That's what this movie is. It's just like it's a sketch comedy.
I guess because he does have that relationship with Shirley.
I mean,
well, that's what he's used on as just the
but there's that one episode.
He's desperately wanting to get at least a date during this summer vacation. That's literally his entire goal this summer is to go on a date with Shirley.
He's also like
trying to get a date, trying to stress.
A lot of these characters are meant to be like doppelgangers of pre-existing Looney Tunes. I like Foghorn was definitely like trying to be a doppelganger of Foghorn Leghorn.
I think it's more like Foghorn Leghorn, but the concept is Yosemite Sam.
Yosemite Sam is Montana.
Yeah, no, I know that. I'm just saying.
He could,
the way he curses.
A lot of people say he would be like Foghorn Leghorn and Chicken Hawk mixed together.
Thank you. I was literally just about to say that too.
Chicken Hawk.
Because Chicken Hawk's kind of cocky, but my Foghorn Leghorn just doesn't shut the fuck up. So he's literally just a combination of those. I don't want to say this, but he's Fog Hawk.
Chicken Hawk and Foghorn Leghorn cartoons is funny because Chicken Hawk wants to...
I sound like a cuss word. Just you Fog Hawk.
Yeah.
Just...
No, Chicken Hawk and the Foghorn Leghorn cartoons are funny because Chicken Hawk wants to eat Foghorn Leghorn, but he's like way bigger than him, and somehow he like menaces Foghorn Leghorn the entire cartoon.
It's not that he menaces him because Foghorn Leghorn continuously to trick him into thinking that he's not a chicken. So I'm a horse myself.
Oh no! Sometimes you just convince him like you can't eat chicken, boy. You eat something else. You can't eat meat, boy. What the heck are you talking about?
I say, son.
You're pissing too loud, boy. You got pissing a salad bowl. You're causing the whole ruckus with that pissing, boy.
Boy, gives eternity.
I'm not gonna lie. Them Foghorn Leghorn memes were hilarious. It's like, I say, boy, Vegeta, you gotta get up. You're not even in his perfect form yet.
Y'all pissing a salad bowl like a stealth mission.
Fits everything. He fits so much. I think during this little segment with these two, again, someone that's not really into Tiny Toons that much, is this Shirley usually where she's just a typical 80s
Beverly Hills girl? Yes.
Because I love the line delivery. Why the bummer vibes, dude? Like it's just
she's definitely
fucking hilarious. Especially in the present, it's fucking.
I would say she's like a surfer chick, or Beverly Hills
she's
girl.
hippie,
I don't know,
but like
hippie surfer,
mystical hippie.
Yeah, exactly.
She does,
but like because like she just gives out whatever wisdom she's thinking in the moment too. Like it's so but that delivery by Gail Mathias is like fucking hilarious. It's like it's gold. It's It's great. There's a joke about fast fashion in here, briefly with the boxes, and then we move off it. All right. Now we go back to Plucky, who is progressively learning that being in a car with this family is quite literally torture.
There's a pig pen.
Yes, we're talking no ventilation, like we talked about earlier with the AC, and then the windows. Can't have the windows down because then they would think we don't have AC. But we can't fucking put AC on because that's it. What's up?
Is that what people think?
No, that's what she thinks. That's what this fucking these hypocritical fucks think. There's no logic to the travel games. So even if you wanted to have fun, they're just saying name a car, like see the car. They're not making any fun with it. So there's no fucking challenge. There's no adventure in it. His backseat buddy smells like shit. So like all of it is torture.
He definitely had like shit on his hair or something because of the way brown something like.
I mean, who doesn't want to play spot the car? There's a car. There's a car. There's a car.
And he's getting crushed by fucking Stinky's ass. Like, where's the car?
Just brutal. Just fucking brutal, man.
The most simplest game.
I love it, like when he said, like, you should
less than children.
You should roll, like, can you turn the AC on? Like, I can roll the windows down. Like, don't do that. We have air conditioning. Meanwhile, outside, they're driving through, like, fucking magma and a fucking car dies. Somebody in that car dies. They, like, fall into, like, a crater in a hole.
Yes. It's fucking ridiculous. Meanwhile, while that's happening, again, I love, like you said, there's things happening a mile, it's a mile a minute. We're bouncing back and forth. That's why the pacing here is, like, I love the pacing, because we're going back and forth, we're moving in back with different characters, going into different situations. Babs and Buster, they're traveling downstream now. They notice, Possum, they have a little, well, again, they always have these little, like, flirty moments every here and there, but that distracts them, this little Possum distracts them from the waterfall.
Also, like, that's also the joke comes in every episode where they talk about, because their last name is Bunny, but like when they every time they introduce themselves they say no relation.
Yes.
Because like it's also
when for instance when we were talking about Tiny Toon University when it was coming out, I didn't know anything about Tiny.
We'll talk about that after.
So I was like,
I kind of forgot about that.
We'll talk about after all this.
So I was like,
they're brother and sister now.
Oh, yeah, that's the thing.
We'll get off that. We'll talk about that after all.
We'll talk about that later, but they're brother and sister now. So
all the stuff that's happened before.
Sweet Home Alabama.
It all fits. Got the possum.
But like it's a funny joke because it plays off like mascot characters like from back in the day. Because you have like Donald Duck, Donald Duck, Daisy Duck, and like Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, and it's like they have the same last name. Aren't they related or something?
Right.
And so like it's kind of like it's playing off that.
Yep. And like fall from a waterfall. You get two references. You get Superman saving them. And, like, he says, all right, they say something to him. He's like, fuck that, all right.
He makes a fun cameo in
Exactly. This. And then when Babs falls in the water there, you get a Little Mermaid reference there. So, yeah.
Hold up, before you start. Mark, to just piggyback off of what you said about, like, the whole Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse, Donald Duck and Daisy Duck, you just gotta treat it like the B movie. That's your cousin. I'd be like, is that also a cousin? Distant. That's
gold. That's gold. Yeah. Let's say something. No.
Larry King. Fuck.
B. Larry King. B. Jesus. The waterfall, so all of the momentum gets them close to the Possum family now. It's not just the kid that they saw earlier. It's this whole Possum family. And simultaneously, while, Buster's jamming with Banjo.
They're doing this is a reference to like a banjo opening scene from a movie called Deliverance.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they have a banjo duel.
Interesting. Okay. I had no clue about that. And that's the whole thing with this movie is, again, like, and Tiny Toon Adventures itself is it's regularly reference. Like, like so much of the comedy is, hey, here's a pop culture reference, or here's something that's referencing something else.
That's what like Looney Tunes was in general. Yeah. It was just like referencing what was popular at the time.
Right.
Like Looney Tunes was that since forever.
Pretty much basically what South Park does almost every day.
Right.
Well, I realize a lot of cartoons do nowadays.
I mean, well, yeah, true, but I had to pull out one.
There you go.
You
found something.
Simpsons. Yeah, Simpsons. There you go.
Yep.
South Park is the one that do it in the most timely manner.
That is true. They are on the ball with it.
Yes, though they're slipping a bit these days. But yeah, they're.
I fall out of it again. I'll get back into it eventually. Okay. That fucking streaming wars stuff really kind of destroyed my interest after they got me back with all this stuff.
Also, if somebody said The Simpsons has ties with the Illuminati, I believe it.
Oh, 1,000%. They know too much.
Everything in Hollywood has ties to the Illuminati.
Notably, Matt Groening. He's got some ties.
Is he on it? I think he's on the fucking the manifesto.
Oh my god! What the Epstein list?
Probably.
Are you? Oh my god!
I don't know. That was probably a joke or a rumor. I don't know.
I hope not. I want him to still be. I'm making these jokes. I need this man to be still like not what we thought of Bill Cosby before we learned about Bill Cosby. I need him to be a wholesome American man.
Before them pudding pops.
Moving along.
Might have to just drop a pillow there.
Moving along.
So, and again, you guys mentioned earlier, obviously, that you get the motif of the theme. We get a southern variant with the banjo, at this point in time. And again, simultaneously, while they're doing that face-off, Babs is getting cooked, or attempted to be cooked by this family. Yeah, they get out of there, because Babs does everything. And, and they get moving. Now, back at the beach, Elmira is still doing her thing. She's chasing the cat around, but Fifi is she's still on this desperate quest. So I mean, just not a good idea if you're a high schooler. But hey, you put yourself on a dinner plate. Okay, you got to find a way in. Whatever. You get. By the way, this was a moment where they really just dropped all the fucking references. All the pop culture cues, everything's in this little moment here where she gets rolled into this room. Again, you get a Jay Leno, you get a Roseanne joke in the lobby. Jay Leno.
Yeah, it says now over to the fat lady sings, and then Roseanne Barr falls in them.
Does the national anthem, that historic, horrible.
And she spits, and they even do the spit on the ground too.
Right. And then you got Johnny Carson.
David Letterman's fucking giant chin.
It's crazy that they made him the ugliest fucker. I'm surprised because I thought he was thought of as cool, but they made him incredibly hideous looking. He was a. The
deformed chin is something you think would be like a Family Guy joke, and if you.
Yes, you get Arsenio Hall in there as well.
So what's funny is all these talk show hosts are on each other's talk shows at the same time interviewing each other.
It's like how can we?
It's Ed McMahon with Johnny Carson, and then you have Barbara Walters with Oprah Winfrey. She's like I'm a weeping willow.
That's right. Yeah.
And then you have I think Paul Schaefer's in the background, and you have Arsenio Hall and David Letterman. Let's get busy! Woo 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 woo!
Yes. It was that was clearly so much fun.
And David Letterman looks so fucking ghoulish with that fucking.
That's what's crazy. It's like, how the fuck does he get out the worst?
As funny as that segment was, I cringed so hard.
Well, that was the funny thing about this movie was it's like, geez, I'm trying to keep track of, because this movie is now back then you show this to any family or kids, it's like, all right, you're gonna get 90% of those references most likely. You show that to a kid now, they're like, who the fuck's this? It's like, I'm trying to keep track of all these goddamn references from 30 years ago that I still remember, but I can't believe this is getting a little harder now because these references are they're so far back in time.
This is actual behavior and actual moments these talk show hosts do, because he does what was it? David Letterman does actually do the
yeah,
and Hall, he actually does say let's get busy, and his show, his audience does that woo 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 woo.
Yep. Yeah, this was fun. Again, you can just tell that
it's a time capsule. I love when the weird character, seeing these weird caricatures and these and just what was popular at the time. Animaniacs would do these jokes every couple episodes because they love doing this stuff.
Interesting. Oh yeah, I mean, and then anytime they'd be roasting on some sort of politician or brain, it's it's just a timestamp. It just is a fresh timestamp that just kind of puts you back in wherever that came out. It's amazing. But she meets him. Fifi meets him because she gets kicked out and sees him on the beach. And from there, he uses the opportunity to just take advantage, but not in a very evil way.
She wants an autograph, and she has the picture, but she doesn't have a pen. He doesn't have a pen on him.
This is my least favorite part of the movie.
Oh yeah, there's nothing fun happening here. It's just you are a super fan that's being taken advantage of. Yeah, bummer vibes, dude. Like, well,
I think like Johnny Pugh is meant to be like a parody of Johnny Depp.
Who?
Johnny Depp.
Really? I thought that was like a Grease. I thought that was supposed to be like a Grease knockoff Travolta or a not Elvis, obviously, but I thought that was what it was. I didn't think it was Depp, but maybe it is. I mean, Depp was very young at that point, so yeah, maybe Depp. All right, so now we go back to the fun adventures of. Oh, this is much further back. Did I put this to? There we go. All right, cool. Back to Plucky. Everything's perfect. Everything's going great. So he's like, all right, well, this has been the shittiest adventure ever. But at least I've got a comic. I can at least read a comic.
Oh.
And so the mom decides, hey man, fuck are you doing? We don't fucking put comics in front of our kids. So don't bring that shit in our car. There's nothing else for you to do, but don't bring that shit in our car. So now we can't read the comic.
No way.
Simultaneously,
She didn't say it like
She didn't say it like that.
but if I'm a kid,
she had good reason to not.
No, she had an impression.
I mean, from Plucky's perspective
of it.
It sounded like that.
But yes, that's I felt like Plucky in that moment because fuck this goddamn trip. This is insane. What are we doing?
So this is why I like about these Plucky segments, because these are my favorite segments of the whole movie.
Oh, yeah.
They capture that vibe of like when you're like just like over another family's house and like the weird stuff they do. And it's like the shit I've done, like I've been through is nothing like this, because this is just fucking Looney.
There's one story.
Okay, there's some
friend. You got a friend that's like you're cool with at school, but their family is weird.
Yeah. If you ever like
really
sleep over
cool family,
if you ever sleep over a friend's house and their family is just like they do shit weird. They eat dinner where they have weird rules that your family doesn't have. It's like it does capture like that feeling, and that's why I love it. It's like the most relatable segment of this whole movie.
Yes, it is insane though that like how everything results in the end. How obviously again like it's like damn, the barf gets on the comic. It's like just how things roll into chaos even more. And he's left to nothing. Like it's just like, geez,
gotta say,
fuck.
Them out.
And like you know, it's a weird family. I slept over. I can't say it on the podcast.
Yeah, don't say the name, but my God.
But yeah, so that's the story of me sleeping over one of our friends' house. I couldn't say it while we're recording. I had to pause the recording real quick just so I can like explain the story.
That really changes the context. I'm gonna make sure that this does not fit the previous whatever we just stopped at.
Basically,
and then
some
like
weird Alabama.
So talking about Alabama, Babs and Buster stumble upon a southern mansion after again they've been rolling along this riverway for a while. Unfortunately they've landed in literally a nightmare scenario. They thought, oh, we're in somewhere possibly safe. No, they've met the Boos. This is a family of gators who ecstatically trap Buster into an arrangement of marriage, where it looks like eventually he's just going to get eaten by them. So they're going to get. It seems like this has been a regular occurrence anyway, from what it sounds like, where they just find some lowly animal, they get married, quote unquote, and then they eat him or whatever that thing.
Yeah, probably fuck him then eat him.
Pretty much.
Most likely. They seem very fertile. So yeah, and
just sweet jezza. I mean. Southern Bells. That's what I want to say.
This seems like I guess this was a.
Look, boy, he ain't wearing no pants.
This seems like this has been. This is well. Look, is this something that's was normal? Because we just came from the Black Cauldron like 2 months ago, and same exact thing here. A trio of ladies that are very like southernish, and they.
I guess it's a stereotype for like southern
gators.
Like ladies, one that's larger, one that's not as large. They're all large because they're gators, but. It's like...
Little sister, big sister, medium sister.
Yeah. And it's like, same thing with the Kanker sisters and Ed, Edd, and Eddy. Almost practically the same thing. Like, I guess that's just a common trait, throughout, in some storytelling. But, yeah. Like,
I can't marry all of them. That's bigamy. No, son, that's bigamy. I did not understand that joke when I was a kid.
It's fucking stupid. It's fucking ridiculous.
That's a smart joke.
So, Babs fools the Boos with fireworks. And again, I like the whole progression here of how she finds a way to set him up and uses again an impression and goes through the process.
Very fun.
And again, you get these just little moments where they're still like kids, where it's like she looks at the dog and it's like, shh, stay quiet, I got this, I'm going. It's like just like all these little funny things.
So throughout this entire video, like Bad's been suffering. She's just enjoying it. Like finally, Buster gets some fucking gets tortured for once. So she's just like sitting back until she's ready to help.
Yes.
She's like, hey, I could just enjoy this, but I gotta help him at some point. And then like when she finally rescues him, he's like, thanks. He's like, I was enjoying watching you. No, you're like, what took you so long? I was enjoying watching you sweat.
Yep. Absolutely. She deserves. I mean, she should do that because I mean, this whole quest has been quite a shit show. And the last time shit happened, he just was like doing a banjo battle. Meanwhile, she's about to get cooked. So yeah, shoes on the other foot this time. Now, what I will say is this film really handles progression of time extremely well because, again, they use, at moments, they'll bring up the calendar. At other moments, again, you've got the 4th of July right here. So it's like, you get a sense, oh, time is fucking flying. Like, whatever the conception of time is here, as we're going, at least one thing we know is, it's like we're rolling through summer. Meanwhile, this is like the most twisted, I think, story here. You get, obviously, the, like, overhead.
It's
like
Elmira's gimmick is usually twisted because she's just
she loves animals to death.
She abuses animals by loving them to death in her own way, where like she'll like grab them by the tail, like slam them across, but it's like all like because she loves them, and she does this baby talk constantly. She's like real cutesy bootsy.
Yes.
I mean, just her skipping along is killing the animal as they being slammed to the ground constantly.
And somehow, yeah.
Listen, Myra is pretty much basically the predecessor to like Darla from fucking Finding Nemo.
She's meant to be she's meant to be a doppelganger of Elmer Fudd, but like her gimmick is the opposite, where Elmer Fudd like hunts down animals. She like loves them, but she still harms them.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Like that's almost great. Like every character in here that kind of like pays homage to like a mentor of the original Looney Tunes. And I was gonna say it was like Myra's definitely this character, but there's another character that's like Elmer Fudd too. He's this little badass boy. I can't remember his name, but I feel like he takes more after Yosemite Sam than what you got.
No, I'm saying the Max. I mentioned them earlier.
That's what I'm saying, the Max.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Jesus fucking Christ!
I couldn't fucking remember his name.
I said his name, so I guess
he is missing from the special. He just makes a cameo appearances in the
I mean, most of the Tiny Toon cast make a cameo at the beginning of at the beginning.
Not only that,
and the end.
Quick sidebar, look at that line there. If that is not a fucking Simpsons face right there.
That's a joke. That's a joke.
As soon as I saw that haircut, not even that, actually, no, damn, the more I'm looking at it, it's definitely looking more like Bart Simpson.
Yeah.
It was just the face alone. I'm going to say,
face, yes.
I was going to say, that is definitely a Simpsons reference.
Yeah, that's a joke. That was funny. That's a funny reveal.
Absolutely cool. Yeah. Yeah, there's just so much about this segment where, again, like, it's like she goes, chases down the cheetah, like goes through. The cheetah doesn't even want to be like around. Usually it's like, I'm a big, it's like, no, it's the other way around, bitch. Like, just a heads up.
The funny joke with Elmira is like, everyone knows what and who Elmira is. Except for, I guess, these specific animals.
Well, they don't until they do. Unless they do.
Like, she somehow already is written as one of the most fearful predators in the book.
Yes. Oh, yeah, yeah. I love that too. Like she drags all these animals into a classroom setting, and she literally in this presentation of all these animals are peaceful or whatever in this variation of wildlife refuge. She shows them the concept that they're supposed
like one of the most cruel. She shows like
fucking hilarious.
Straight up apex.
She has a page in the book where a gazelle is getting eaten by an alligator, and she like subs it in the gazelle book like, kiss yourself.
Fucking nuts.
I think the best joke in this whole segment is when she's in the car and the announcer's like, and please be sure I'm going to repeat this so Warner Brothers doesn't get sued. Don't jump out of the car.
With that Jamaican accent. Oh my god.
Brilliant. Fucking brilliant. All right, now look, we've again gone with the other characters, but we've got to get back to Plucky here. Plucky now yearns for water. They've finally stopped for literally 3 seconds. All of the family went into the bathrooms, I believe, because they wanted to do a deep clean and then use the bathrooms, I believe.
Which is so strange.
So, and again, so through all this, again, he sees finally a chance to get water, just access to water.
Yeah, well,
and
again,
he still gets fucking tormented.
Yeah, Again, this is a great animation sequence where like they animate a camera zooming out of the car and you see Plucky through the water drop.
Yes, and then
Again,
you get that
it's a
beautiful
great
fisheye
version
lens
of
too.
animation.
Yeah, and the fisheye lens too.
Yes.
It's awesome. Yeah.
Honestly, I thought this part was easily dragged out with the bits because he could have got to that water if you.
No, that's the joke. That's the.
I was gonna say the same thing. I'm like, you could have ran when they ran.
Yeah.
And your feathers could have been plucked off your ass way
He thought it was fun, but he didn't see coming.
I give it for the comedy. But the whole time I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Get to the water.
Here's the thing. Every time, everything the world is against him.
Yes.
Because like he thought he was fine to just get up and go to the water, but his ass was stuck to the chair.
Yeah.
But don't forget, even when he finally fucking gets there, he is mouth to water. Still gets dragged right back to the car. Like cannot. Just cannot. Just
so
no
keep in mind,
chance.
this is still Looney Tunes logic.
Yes,
So it doesn't matter what he does. The world will be against him to not get it.
1000%.
I totally get that, but I'm just saying.
No, I'm with you, but I'm also with the fact
Multiple
that
times during that segment, I'm like, my brother, just get the water, get to the water.
But it's
so yeah, I was funny. I agree, but I'm just like, just
and like you said,
stop it.
and like you guys said, everything's still against him. They keep going. And again, these fucking stupid fucks, they pick up a hitchhiker that clearly has evil intentions. Get on in, come on, you need some help. And they let him in, put him in the back seat. Like, now Plucky's the only one with now the stinky fuck and now this murderer. They
somehow don't know
learn
this.
over the radio that he's a killer.
I'm pretty sure they heard it.
Prison. But no, they heard it, but they're like, you can't trust anything the radio says these days, and it's like,
but then they described him to a T until they got to his shoes. But then they made a mistake.
Pluggy's the only one observing him. That's why.
Right, go ahead,
it said pig set him off. Why?
Yes, just specifically pig bacon.
No, because he eats duck too. That's why.
I do love that. I do love that. You can see him just trying to charge the chainsaw.
I love that like the animation, the camera angle of that.
Yes.
And the whole time I'm like, why Plucky? Why?
Because the world is against them, that's why.
I also want to bring up this little tiny detail.
Yeah.
Before they went to the bathroom and they went to their sanitary hazmat suits, that Stinky still had a fucking stain on his hazmat suit.
Yes, that's the
I don't know if anyone had picked that up, but that was the one. I paid it as soon as they just zip it up, and I was like, this motherfucker got a stain on his shit. Oh,
Also, there's something said in this segment that about before we leave it.
Yeah.
And that I'm really surprised it happened, but it's just such a small moment. When he was sending a message off to
Shirley.
After all that, he's like, man, let me just. Look. There's only one person I can trust. I'm gonna send him a letter to Shirley through postal. But go ahead.
He sends it to the mail, and the mail truck goes up, and the mail truck runs over Roadrunner.
Yeah, that's a funny joke. I'm surprised they got away with
never
that.
gets hurt.
That's the first time that ever happened to.
Yeah, I'm like, wow, that just happened.
Yeah, that's the first time that ever happened to. I'm surprised they got away with that.
And it had Wile E. Coyote on the truck.
Yeah, I only saw for Coyote.
I know. Yeah, he was on license.
I
was like, what? I was like, oh shit! I had to rewind it to make sure I was like, no, that was the actual Roadrunner.
Yeah,
got hurt.
Everyone's surprised they got away with that, but that's a funny joke.
That is really, really fun. I was like, I was hoping all y'all picked that up.
Somehow I didn't. You guys
I was like, oh my gosh, that is.
No, they got a big laugh on me. I'm like,
So it's like the fucking Roadrunner.
Phenomenal. Literally either the fastest, if not the second fastest motherfucker in Looney Tunes, what you call. Because I don't know if he's faster than Speedy Gonzales.
They had a race.
They did, right?
I don't know who won though. I think it was a tie.
Okay. Statistically,
it doesn't matter. Nothing's counting in Looney Tunes.
He's fast as fuck. And today was the day. Like, hey, congrats. All right. So.
And when you said earlier that they can't do certain things with Looney Tunes characters.
Mark.
I'm saying.
They just got away with that.
And they got away with
That's
that.
it.
I was like,
that's it. They just got away with that. Writers will sneak things all the time. They have not just in terms of rules for their own for characters. Sometimes just standards and practices. Maybe they were relaxed. Okay, we'll just let this gag through. It's Tiny Toons anyway. It's not a Pacific Looney Tunes thing.
I'm gonna say
or they just wrote it in, got it animated, and they just dilated that nobody
Honestly, yeah,
overlooked
because
it.
like animators talk about shit like that like all the time about stuff that they get away with because like they watch it once and they go like, oh, it's good, and no one's like not paying attention to like the fine tooth comb details and shit like that. It's going like, wait, who let this fly by? Didn't you watch this? I mean, you watched it fucking too. Like, don't put the blame on me. Maybe we can blame.
I guess technically speaking, it's not the coyote that like fucking hurt him. It's the guy in the truck.
Still, but
How many?
the fact that he got hurt at all.
It's coyote by proxy.
Like,
By proxy.
it is him by proxy.
Yeah.
But
But
the fact
hey,
that
this
he
is
got
Tiny
hurt
Toons,
at all,
not
it's
considered
just-
a Looney Tunes thing, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, meanwhile, again, Plucky's letter. It's like all that progress happens,
Oh
but
my
it doesn't.
God,
But
this
it's just
part.
fuck. This is fuck.
This is-
Oh no, because he.
This is not me.
It
This is
reaches
not me.
Shirley.
Fuck up.
This
It
is
reaches
you.
Shirley, but like by the time like she was about to read the note,
Foul-mouthed.
Foul-mouth just
Yeah.
grabs him and like,
Exactly.
come on, let's go into the movie, sure.
That's what I mean. Like that whole progress goes, and it's nothing. So Foulmouth takes Shirley to a movie, and yeah, like this whole thing is just this. If you want a reenactment, by the way, all you have to do is go back in time to this Saturday when Mark and Lana decided to fucking talk during the entire runtime of Jurassic
the movie was
World.
shit.
But you know,
Well, I was planning to do
but
that.
just
That's why I
this
invited
whole
you.
Fucking reenactment. Just go back in time and go back to this. You'll see that live in person.
I was not. No, I was not this.
You guys were this. You guys were this.
No, you're not.
Yes, you guys were.
When they
And also,
ruined
there
the
was,
story-
and also there was other people talking
When they
around us
ruined
too.
the
We didn't
story-
care.
They were just like talking. They were having a commentary.
No, in Security Square, there's people always talk around the time. There's also people talking
That
around
doesn't
us.
mean we talk. That doesn't mean we need to talk. That means shut the fuck
There
up.
is no. I only did because I also noticed other people do. It was not a quiet theater. It was
It
not
was a quiet theater.
It was not. It was not quiet.
There were like light. There
You were
was
just
like a
focusing
murmur
on
once
us.
in a while. Yeah, because you guys.
Brian was talking.
Fuckers.
The other Brian was talking too. You just like
He was
focusing on us.
talking
You like
like
fuck.
once every 10 minutes.
No, I can
Well,
see
that's
sitting
one
right
of the
next to
guys.
us.
That's him right here.
No.
He doesn't. No. Let me finish. He doesn't spoil it per se, but when the part comes up, when he already seen it, he go, oh, I already seen this in the thing. I already seen this in spoilers. I already
So
know
this is all so found out. So we got two.
So I
we
picked
got two of you motherfuckers that's found out.
I picked
already
Pacific
seen this
Theater.
part. Well, I know this part.
No,
I
I
saw
picked.
this
I was gonna say
God
Jurassic
damn
Park
it, Joe.
alone. I picked
Surprise
Pacific Theater
me.
where I can talk in, and I picked Pacific people to talk to.
Right.
That was the whole point.
Right, but it's Saturday. It's a packed theater. Some people wanted to just watch the movie. That's all my point.
I know you chose the wrong fucking theater.
So here's the thing.
You chose the wrong theater.
No, you chose the lack of respect. What I'm saying is, watch this movie again and just get a sense of everyone else's
If I really
energy.
want to enjoy the movie, I'm not going to security.
Don't make security worse by being a puddle. Anyway, all right. Point being, anyway.
Don't come to the wrong theater. That's on you, buddy.
But before we move,
And don't come to a bad movie at the wrong theater.
What?
Jesus Christ.
Essentially, what Mark is saying.
No. I know exactly what he said. I love the fact that it's going like, look, don't come with me to a theater. No, it's like, don't pick the theater. Don't pick a certain time. No, just don't go with this particular fucking friend. That's the moral of the fucking
Yes.
goddamn story.
You agreed. I paid for your ticket. Get the fuck out of here.
I can still say shut the fuck up. I'm not just gonna tell you, oh, look at him, he's still talking the whole movie.
Fuck you. The ticket was free.
I'm still gonna tell you shut the fuck up because people want to watch the
I'm
movie.
gonna tell you, shut the fuck up. Don't tell me, shut the fuck up. I'm trying
Yeah,
to
I'm
enjoy.
not talking.
I'm trying to enjoy my conversation while this fucking wild ass movie is going.
You are letting out some past aggressions.
Let me look
that
at
we
this. What fucking Mark is saying right now, that is definitely the fucking foulest fucking foul mouth act. Right fucking now. What he just said. I just want to let you know that. If you needed to understand the character of what fucking foul mouth is, he said to go back in time. No, you heard it just fucking now. You heard it. Don't come with me to my theater when I want to have a conversation. Are you
Oh,
fucking
this
nuts?
fucking loud ass movie is playing. It's fucking rude.
You weren't allowed.
That movie's rude.
I'm trying to have a conversation.
You're the person who what Foulmouth did when the movie theater kicked him out the fucking movie to go into the movie.
Yeah,
Then the movie to kick him out the fucking theater. That's you, Mark.
Do a hand to us like you ruined my fucking part.
Exactly. Anyway, I had to bring this fucking back home for the spoiler community, for my people. Look, when me and Martin go to the movie and I see shit, right? Look, I just see them like, look, spoilers make me thirsty. They make me want more. It's exciting. He wants me to be surprised. He does. He'll never get this moment. He won't.
Oh wait, let me add. That's the only movie. Every other movie, I'm telling these guys to shut the fuck up.
But the thing about it is that no one, and I say no one, especially the spoiler community, no one can take our joy when it comes to spoilers.
No,
look,
can't.
we see it and we still enjoy it. Like, let me tell you something. This is just something personal on me. I'm a visual learner. Look, with rumors, spoilers, oh, he's zooming in on me. He wants me to lock the fuck in. He wants me to lock the fuck in. That's what this is. You gotta understand. As a visual learner, whatchamacallit, as long as I don't know the meat and potatoes, ideally, that's probably not even a fucking word, but you can tell me this movie front fucking backwards. But if it's not by my fucking eyes, I enjoy it. You can never take this joy from me.
All I
You
want
just
for
can't.
one movie or some show that we watch together that you can say, oh, I didn't know that's going to happen.
It was like
I want that moment for us. No, this is like, oh, I already seen that. I already know it's going to happen in this movie. Oh, that part too. Oh, yeah, man, I already seen it. Yeah.
Let me give you.
Brian, let me add, that's the only fucking movie I
He
did that
don't
in.
outright spoil it, but he just takes it. He sucks the joy away from the surprise.
Because I'm very respectful of my friend. I'm very respectful of my friend. But this is the shit that he gets really mad. I'm gonna give you an example. It'll be like this. He'll watch a movie, right? And then if you go like, oh man, Joseph, I can't wait till you see it. And this is what I'll say. Quick shout out to him because what he does is awesome. I'll be going like, oh, don't worry, I'll just watch Emergency Awesome on YouTube. God damn it, Joseph. God damn it,
exactly.
Joseph.
Don't do that.
God damn it, Joseph.
Blind. Why can't you be blind?
Emergency Awesome. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to strap a blindfold to this brother's forehead so he can't see shit or hear shit for months on end until I'm like, all right, they'll drag his ass to the movie theater.
Right.
Surprise! Wait, what?
I'm gonna
They're
say-
making an Incredible Hulk movie. I didn't know.
Well, you got to take him to a movie that's dog shit like Smurfs. That's the only
Brian,
time.
all I'm gonna say is please don't be rude and interrupt my conversation when we go see Jurassic World 8.
Yeah.
What? Shut up.
Get the fuck off it. Yeah.
All right. That's our
That was
original
fun.
program.
That was fun. Anyway.
All right, but,
so this insufferable and self-centered jerk interrupts the entire movie. That's in my notes for this. That has nothing to do with anyone here.
Brian.
Or maybe it does.
So there's a couple things in here that are gold. Obviously, the whole situation is like, fucking funny, unless you've been there. But then there's the THX joke, fucking gold. Like, I mean, I miss the THX. Like, that shit was always awesome back in the day. So getting this was not just nostalgic, but also just the way that they made this in this movie was awesome.
We only got that logo for home releases. When it came to like THS and the actual theater, it was more about like 3D sound, so it like had like other kind of other kind of logos, so like playing. So I think like there'll be like the cow messing with like the.
So there was that one, yeah. The cow would do it. Then,
but there was something that was like just like trying to mess around with 3D space.
Yeah, but yeah, because in theaters THX would still run, but it would be a slower version compared to something in a DVD where like that climb up. That'd be very slow, but yeah, fucking legendary.
I thought that part with the thud being a reference to the THX, and then just at the end, which to go like, now your audience is dead.
The audience is
I thought that shit was hilarious.
I think it's funny that everyone knows what it is ahead of time. Like, fuck logo, and everyone dunks and like follow them up of like. What?
The man who said he saw this movie before didn't know the shit was coming.
It probably came in late every time.
That is definitely an oxymoron.
Yes, amazing.
Just a.
This is probably the first time he came early.
The class.
I know people like that who come to movies late.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Honestly, I'm impressed when people actually do that.
Not me.
I don't know.
I come to movies on time. You fucking make me late. You fuckers make me late sometimes.
I don't know. I think that it's just so awesome that like when someone can like miss like because it's always different with every movie. Like sometimes there's even 15 minutes worth of trailers or there's 30, right? And they come in exactly when the movie's literally starting. Like it'll be like at least 30 seconds in. They're ready to fucking sit down. I'm like, how the fuck do you calculate that? You've had to see it like before. There's no way that you just go like, okay, so the movie starts at 9:30. I'll be there at 9:45.
Right.
How do you know?
Not just 9:45.
How do you know that it's going to be at least 15 minutes worth of exactly of trailers?
Sometimes
how do you know
theaters
it's
like
not
to
20
fuck with you and
or
you like to
30?
start the move immediately.
I've
been there before where like I'm like 7-10 minutes late to a movie. And like for the showtime, it's like the movie's 10 or 7 minutes in. What the fuck?
I've never been to a movie where it starts exactly.
I've been a few times. It's rare, but it has happened, and it's like I feel like they do that to fuck with you.
Usually it's a limited run movie where that'll happen.
No, sometimes
I can see
sometimes regular movies because it's probably sometimes where like the trailers don't work or something like that. It's like it's rare when it happens, but it has happened to me before.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Never
Sir.
happened to me. God
Now-
forbid, I hope it doesn't.
Now, while this is all happening, we see that Fifi has brought the celebrity and they're watching the movie together. Again, this whole time he hasn't given a fuck. Again, naturally, it's like, honestly, it's like,
He called me money.
here's the thing. As much as you're supposed to hate him, I'll be absolutely honest with you. Best thing you could do, you've got an underage fan. Don't even, just use her for storage. Don't even, this should not go any direction.
Wait, how do you know
why-
it's underage compared to them?
Because they're in high school. Fifi's in high school.
Yeah,
I know, but like,
Right. Well, I mean, his voice, his mannerisms, he seems like an
I know
adult
you can't.
version,
You just can't assume their age. These are all fucking cartoons here.
Okay.
You're gonna assume they're the same age. I mean, I
Again,
think
he's
they're
a
the same size.
celebrity who was at the
I'm
party.
pretty sure the hot skunk that walked by earlier was older than him.
Honestly, I thought this
I
was
thought
trying
that
to
they.
deal with
I thought
Pepper
that.
Pew.
I thought that he was the same. I thought he was an adult, and
They're child actors.
and the. Sure. Okay. Whatever. Either way, it's like okay, cool. So then he's an asshole. Whatever.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. I just felt. I felt like again through his mannerisms.
That's
he was.
No, that's because that's not the commentary.
That sure. Okay. All right. Moving on.
Oh wait, no.
Jesus
What
Christ,
did you? I know the fucking cameos here. There's more caricatures in this theater that follow him off a walk past and gets like fucking
What do you got?
So there's a big one too. So follow him off like when he's like trying to get to Shirley in a seat. There's like characters of celebrities, and he goes past Roseanne Barr, Jack Nicholson, Meryl Streep, Cher, Woody Allen, Maya Farrow, and the biggest
Are
one.
you reading this off of Google?
Huh? No, I wrote this all down.
Yeah.
Oh,
I wrote this all
I
down.
feel like I know the last thing you're gonna say.
No, biggest one. Pee Wee.
Pee Wee Herman, I knew he was gonna say it.
Fucking
Yeah,
wild.
I'm not even gonna lie, I didn't notice all of them, but Pee Wee Herman was honestly a dead
Stuck out.
giveaway.
Just
He was a
stuck
dead
out.
giveaway.
You know, because you know,
suit and the red tie.
because
Did he
Pee
wear a
Wee,
bow tie?
Pee Wee got arrested
bow tie.
because he,
Yeah. What's
Pee Wee got arrested because he was caught jerking off in the theater.
I could have left that out, alright?
But like that, but like which wasn't his because it's a porno theater and like a cop was just trying to fill their like arrest quota.
But also he's a celebrity, so if
Yeah.
you find anything, usually it's a big deal.
And the head because also he doesn't want to charge the Pee Wee Rupert Paul
Rubish.
Rubish doesn't like tarnish the Pee Wee name, but like when he got caught, all the fucking headlines were like Pee Wee got caught jerking off in the
With
theater.
his wee.
That's a
But
headline.
the thing about this is like
Jonah Jameson, put that shit on the title right now.
this is in
Front
production
page.
in like 1991, and it just
squirrels.
I think that happened, that happened like 1992 or afterwards.
Right.
And so this is just poorly timed.
Yeah,
It's like
I
a
mean,
Simpson predicted moment.
He did make a comeback though, because he did make another movie like recently. I don't know how recently. I was surprised when I heard about the incident, and then he made another movie. I was like,
I don't think it was canceled for. I think more people were just shocked about it.
Yeah.
But like you
It
know,
wasn't like a Michael
finally
Jackson diddles children. It was like, wow, you were in a porn theater, bud? I thought you were cooler than that.
Oh no, the headline. Well, no, the headlines didn't give that much. The headlines up front didn't give that
Yeah, it
much.
was just
context.
theater. No, it was just theater. It wasn't.
Yeah, he just jerked off. He got caught jerking off in the theater, and that's
Right.
what got people shocked.
He was in the fucking Rugrats movie, and he did that. It's like now it's like, excuse me. But
No, there was somebody got there was it was a celebrity. There was somebody got caught jerking off during the Emoji Movie.
say
well, there was also a bunch of women that were found
What?
with dildos at 50 Shades of Grey.
Jesus.
At the exact moment.
What?
Yeah, at the exact moment the theater when it was Weird Number 2.
Yeah.
At the exact moment they
Jesus.
were jerking off.
Right.
all right, learn something new every day.
Chicken jockey. All right.
Oh, by the way, the
Wait.
hot skunk lady smash.
Yep.
The hot skunk lady smash.
Again, that's why I thought that they were the same. I thought they were the same age because older. I thought he was
No, not him.
adult
I'm
and
talking
adult. I
about,
thought
talking about the one that walked by.
Oh, the
Yeah.
skunky lady.
Well, yeah, skunk lady would. I mean, other skunk lady that's a mature skunk. She's just she's just a human female with skunk hair and a tail.
Exactly,
Yeah.
smash.
What are you talking about? Except the fact she would stink.
Smash.
Like
They're-
you better
they're
have
all
toma-
skunks,
you better
though,
have
so it doesn't
tomato
matter.
sauce. Better have tomato sauce ready. That's all I'm saying.
They're all skunks though. It doesn't matter.
I'm talking about humans. We're not talking about if the skunk would fuck a skunk. Martin's talking about he would fuck that skunk. That's what we're talking about, Martin. We're getting into Judy Hopps territory right here. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, these animators are furries. Because there was like a scene earlier where
Did someone say hops?
no, because like Tiny Toons in itself like does have horny moments because like we do earlier Babs was in the bikini. That's very tasteful. Like that's like usually there's other episodes I think.
Wait, how do you mean tasteful?
As in like that was the wrong word to use. Shit.
I know. No, it was very subdued. They didn't go like titty.
There's other episodes, especially animated, but I think
it's a child. Let's fucking chill out here, guys. We're an anime studio, but we're not gonna push this.
I think there's other episodes of Tiny Toons, like I think either animated by Acom or Star Boom.
Yes,
where they will draw Babs Bunny looking very sexual. Yes. There's episodes where they would draw Fifi LaFume looking very sexual, and they would emphasize the chest bump.
Right. But so. Alright, we're gonna move off this movie theater. This movie theater took about 15 minutes.
Falmouth is definitely the guy who will scream during the chicky jockey moment.
Falmouth is also someone in this. Falmouth is also someone that's here with us right now.
He also that guy in China who got his ass.
Yeah, Brian. Thank you for emphasizing so I can point at the fourth wall. That's Brian. Brian!
Anyway, alright, to the next.
Brian! Brian, look out!
Now.
Oh, that is the ride. Shit.
That is literally that. Yeah, I was like, I might as well.
I told you the ride was in there.
Shut the fuck up.
Good thing. Well, he didn't ride it, so it don't matter.
So, okay, before this happens, technically, there's a small thing that we see with Babs and Buster. They've been traveling down the river again. A steamboat comes and rescues them. Unfortunately, they're being held captive, so that doesn't help. Meanwhile, the pigs have finally made it to Happy World Land. Am I still getting that wrong?
You got it right.
Happy Land World, Happy World Land.
Oh, okay. Sorry, real quick, like a funny joke in a theater. There was like a fishing commercial, and Buster and Babs were in the background. Help!
Oh shit! Yeah, he's right. I kind of forgot about that.
That was a funny gag.
What the fuck?
And it's a funny way to tie these stories together.
If you blink, you'll miss it moment. Yeah.
No, you won't. You won't miss it, but like it was just funny.
I mean, I missed it, so it might be a blink and you'll miss it.
We were there watching. You laughed when you saw it. I remember.
The first time?
Yeah.
This was in the theater when they were starting to show this stuff, like when.
It was a fishing.
The guy was fishing.
It was a fishing commercial.
This is when it was angled. The screen was angled, and you had the projection, and you had the.
Yes.
Okay. Gotcha. But that happens over there. Meanwhile, the escape killer, he's out of the car now. He will return. It's just like when Guardians ended, and they were like, Peter Quill will return, even though he probably won't. I don't know if fucking Chris Pratt will be back.
Don't believe it.
Doesn't matter. Either way, the family has arrived at Happy Land World, and you just run through all this stuff. It's clearly just a dig at Disney World, the whole thing, blah, blah, blah.
These are definitely like jokes who are like the writers who feel like the roller coasters are death traps.
Either that or just being hokily insulting to the whole idea of Disney World as a rival.
Or just someone just like...
Fuck you. Look at this ride.
Someone played a lot of roller coasters like him.
Yes. That too.
And decided that people did not need to leave the park.
The Roller Coaster Tycoon existed in like 1992?
I know SimCity 1 did. So I'm sure there was a early roller. Whatever. I don't know, Mark. That's a good question. Not that many computers were. There were computers, but they weren't. You guys would know more than me. The adoption rate was a lot better by 2000 than in 1990. There was like an upward curve.
Yeah, interesting.
So.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Why?
Thanks for the analytical fake ass shit, Mark. Get the fuck out of here. Anyway, so this whole time, here's the thing. They get there, they're going through this whole thing of like the trolley or monorail, and you're like, all right, so something's gonna happen. And they just make their way back to the car. It's like,
we don't want to overdo it, Plucky.
They just make their way back to the car. You're like, what the fuck?
It was awful. They had all these rides. They had the Pukey go round. They had the Stairway to Heaven. The
Bullet Train to Heck.
Yeah, the Bullet Train to Heck. Yeah, you just gotta love those.
That's why
we can't say the word, but you know exactly.
No, Rocker's Modern Life had like a funny version of that joke where they went to an amusement park. And there was like an elevator ride to Heck, and like when the elevator came back up, everybody was walking off, and then the devil was trying to walk off, and the person who was like in charge of engineering the ride, he was like, "Get back on there!" And the devil just like walked back to the elevator.
When they was like naming out all the rides, and they went through like the Pukey thing, and I forgot the one ride that like made me just be like, ugh, was the Gargle ride. Like, I saw that motherfucker. I was like, ugh, that's so unsanitary.
That is disgusting.
I was like, that is an awful ride. And then it was the one like with the fist, and it was like wham, and I'm like, what was the point of this ride?
It was a slapper. It just like
that, and the ride that like literally was straight up advertised as a death trap. It literally was a roller coaster with no end, slammed you into the ground. I was like, if there wasn't Toon Force in this bitch, who was logically riding this ride? Except for those people who need help. You know who you are. Seek help, please.
Yes.
Your life
but
is worth it.
specially designed. Especially. But yeah, so that was the like they're on their way back. Plucky is now.
Definitely rides from like local fairs because they have like usually like crappy construction sometimes.
1000%. These are the rides where it's like, hey, you know, this roller coaster was made in the back of a pickup truck, and we just put it up for the fair. So good luck, have fun. But
I usually been on those rides. I've been on those rides before. Where just like one of those like car rides and just turn around and I was still and this was someone who loves roller coasters.
Dude, I'm good. I observe people, and you just see how jerky the fucking.
Did you know a lot of foreigners are
what?
A lot of foreigners.
What? You know we're on camera. What the? Why are you whispering this? What?
I'm not saying. I'm not saying. I'm saying. Okay,
sorry,
well, a lot of foreigners.
So for context, you just said, "Do you know a lot of foreigners?" And you went, "A lot of foreigners." I'm like, what the fuck is the context?
Well, then, if a lot of foreigners don't get on wooden roller coasters.
I don't either.
Because they don't find that anything made of wood is like that's safe.
Well, metal's not doing too well either.
Yeah,
those rides.
My backup thing, I was saying the metal ones aren't. The
metal ones aren't killing it.
Yeah,
either. So the wood ones,
you could die either way.
I think it was either like Touch Wonderland or like Hershey's supposed to have a wooden roller coaster.
We still get on.
I hurt my back. I was like
Hershey has a wooden roller coaster. I've been on that one. I think wooden roller coasters, because of their restriction, are more fun. Or not, they're not more fun. They are technically safer because they're not doing the wacky, insane shit. They're older, but they're safer technically. The metal ones can do whatever. You can do whatever the fuck you want with the metal ones. You can have
I'm fine
15
with, like,
loops.
I'm fine
Mark,
with,
you got on the Hulk one. You know, you guys were
the
fucking
Hulk
insane.
Whirl. I like to call it.
Fucking insane.
I'm fine with roller coasters or rides from like stationary amusement parks. There's those local fairs you gotta worry about.
1,000.
That got to keep have to reconstruct and deconstruct all the time.
I love those ones. Man.
You love those?
I love like. Small
I tried some recently. Earlier this year.
Park, fair shit. Like a really good example would be Jolly Show, right? My favorite ride out of all of them is either the Claw. Be wary when you get on the Fireball. If you don't know what the Fireball is, that's the one that goes like this. I saw a video of someone who went on that.
Up quicker, right?
Yeah, but the thing about it is that like there's just some people who just don't know when to stop riding rides. So, like I said, this is the ride where it like loops in a circle. They threw up in the air, yes, and then it went down.
So wait,
on my mama.
Wait.
And she ain't no longer with me, or what you call it, R.I.P. But I'd fight a nigga once I got off that ride. I'm telling you, yes.
Well, wait. So you're telling me that we had the classic LucasArts
pretty fucking much.
Like
yes. But I said you can find it on YouTube right now. Look at your own discretion.
I'll put it on the.
No, look at your own discretion. But let me just tell you, I'm telling you right now, we're squaring up. We're squaring the fuck up. After we off the ride, I'm gonna make sure whoever looks like they look the woozy the most.
You're the one.
Let me have a quick second with you.
So I gotta ask, what if the person that's woozy after the ride is just sick because they saw the nausea fall on people in front of them? Like it clearly wasn't.
I mean, everyone.
They were next to go up, and I just got off the ride, and then I saw them because they were woozy.
Yeah,
I don't know. They're
getting it. So just because.
I would tell
E for everyone. E for everyone.
It's like Anthony when he was like reading the comic in the car, like.
But like I said, I gotta get back to what I was saying with my favorite ride. My favorite ride at Jolly So Fair is the Zipper. If you don't know what the Zipper is. It's a ride that like spins around, right?
Yeah.
Spins around like this, but you're in a cart. So you're spinning, but you're also spinning in the fucking cart too.
Is it
favorite fucking
individual
ride?
Carts as you're spinning?
Yeah, what you go? Yeah, it
you
spins.
have fun with that shit.
Yeah, I fucking love that motherfucker. I'm sorry.
When I went to a local fair recently, like a couple months ago, I used to get on a lot of drop rides, and I went on a drop ride in that fair. After I got off, like my fucking. My like leg just like cramped like and then like trying to take another step. The other leg cramped like damn it. And then like I saw people in line. They were looking at me like kind of shocked, like kind of like having a second thought about getting on the ride.
I was about to say, did you get trapped back on the ride again, or you were just like showing them how torturous this ride is? Like, example A is just yeah. So
oh yeah, I forgot to mention another funny gag was when they were going through the tunnel and like there was like if you hold your breath you can make a
God!
And the reveal is the tunnel was 7 miles long, and there's like fun animation of just like Plucky just like holding his breath throughout the tunnel. They're like, I want to go around the world, and it's getting more and more intense. And the car explodes, and somehow they it kind of like rebuilt itself,
yes.
and with the parents are like trying to move the car.
Yeah,
like themselves.
There's some gold shit. Anything like everything with Plucky. You have again when he's like, man, everything in the beginning of the ride, everything's miserable. And then, he's like, man, but at least there's a shower here. Or there's been some rain. And he looks up. And but then, like, I think, isn't that the part where all of his, like, fucking color drains? And they do the thing where it's like they repaint him? Like, that's
not the part. That's later when the uncle lets out the air.
Okay.
Yeah, because the reveal was the uncle was still holding in his breath. You're like, I think, Stinky, you're still holding your breath.
Oh, that, yeah.
And then, like, that's when Hampton got out the paint with all the funny names.
Yeah, that's when. That was cool. All right, so, we're going into we're almost, we're getting pretty close to the end here. Unfortunately, Babs and Buster now have to do a dinner theater duo performance, and we get some more impressions from Babs here.
So this whole performance is like a reference to like a stand-up of Martin and Lewis. Like it's kind of like that's why it feels like very. It doesn't feel like the rest of the writing of the movie. It really stands out, especially with the audience laughter. It's just like I don't think it's like referencing a specific bit. It's just like referencing the type of stand-up Martin and Lewis used to do.
Yeah, this just reminds me of so many of like any. There were a couple of these where back in early school days where you'd have these adults that would do these comedy bits. You'd have a fucking female and a male, and they'd walk on stage. Hi, buddy, I'm this, and you're that, and we're gonna do, and but obviously Babs and Buster are actually funny. But that's what this reminded me of when they were on stage for a second there. It's like one character bounces off one character.
You just threw so much shade to everybody who ever did that.
But like you know what I'm saying? Then they have the shitty they have a stereo playing some 80s music. Like it's like
You tell me all suck.
Yeah. But I'm not saying it all sucked, but a lot of them did. It was always like
actually funny.
Fucking out monkeys.
So
this is what it probably hasn't aged for you, but like this is what comedy was back in the day.
Yeah, I didn't know like what this comedy reference was. I just knew like about all the.
I didn't know either. I had to do research because this was
Babs did. I just know the references for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, she was doing. She did that before they realized. Once they pulled the lights up, like holy shit, we're performing for all the fucks we had to deal with earlier. So yeah, a lot of these are enemies that deal earlier, like the gator boos and the possums. Yes.
And a lot of these other villains in the audience are villains from past Tiny Toon episodes too.
They assume that.
And what's funny is they escape, and again, as they escape, they go through this Indiana Jones like mine car sequence that literally travels. It's a great sequence.
Oh, before that, Byron can fly. Who knew?
Wild. Woof. It's like he becomes Superman in that moment.
Yeah. It plays the theme and it plays the theme and everything.
He flew. I saw he flew in the series before.
He did. He showed up in the series a couple times. Very few handful. But this is just a write-off joke where it's not supposed to make sense. Like that's why Bob says, "Who knew?"
It's great.
How convenient.
Yeah, how convenient. I love that line reading.
Yes. But yeah, they escape. They go through the Indiana Jones mine car sequence, which, again, like, what's cool about this one is it's a great sequence, but it also literally wraps the movie, essentially, because you're going through you're rolling your way. They even have a plot hole moment as they land in front of the high school or university, I mean.
I wonder how they're going to thread that needle.
But, yeah, exactly. But, like, they roll all of it into this.
They go through. I think you see a sign. It says like the swamp of running gags.
Yes, it's amazing.
So you go through like every gag throughout the entire movie.
It's a good highlight reel, and then you get back to right in front of the university there, and yeah, like it's pretty much like at this point they're like, fucking Christ, all right, well, everyone's kind of like, yeah, well, it started, we're here, whatever, because like even again Plucky, he gets back home, but he's still had to deal with the torture of having to watch the whole slideshow back of all the shit they just did. They fucking kept him torturously in there even the last few days that he had to be.
Also, like, we kisses the ground and like, we just had it freshly manured.
Yeah, he couldn't even kiss the ground.
Yeah, he's like saying, and his tongue falls off and he says, like, he says tongue gag number 10, but if you actually keep counting, it's like tongue gag 7 or 8, but still.
Yeah. But yeah, then they get back into the university. They even have Babs and Buster. They have that funny back to school sale box thing, trying full circle moment again.
Oh yeah. By the way, that possum kid, he does make cameos in later episodes that appear at like the second season that after this video came out.
Good to know.
Yeah, just, they keep like subtle continuity. I like when shows do that.
Absolutely.
Except the continuity at the beginning of what I should have brought earlier. Bugs Bunny is not a teacher in Acme Lou.
Huh? I thought he is.
He's the principal.
Well, I will say
he's both.
In the early, like in the beginning, because I watched a few episodes from season 1. Most of season 1, he's not. Most of season 1, he's the teacher. This was, and Mark, you had mentioned earlier.
Yeah,
this was made in that early point of the series.
Yeah, the staff roles are inconsistent in Acme Lou.
Isn't he like he's everything usually?
Yeah, he's a lot of things.
He's a gym teacher.
Yeah, because sometimes Bugs Bunny's a teacher anyway.
Yeah. All right.
No.
Yes.
The staff roles are very loose in Acme Lou. They're not consistent.
And talking about Overload, I'm gonna go ahead and take a pause, and we'll be right back. Alrighty.
Damn. All right.
And we're back.
I mean, it's solid intro music.
But like I love that, and I love the ending scene. My favorite last joke is, they're doing a song, and Hampton comes in, tunnels and car games. Gee, that trip with Shoreland. Here's her pal. What's his name? Someone call the cops.
Jesus.
And the freaking serial killer is back. And, like, he's even part of the song, like, you viewers are lucky, hey, where the heck is Plucky? And he's still chasing Plucky.
Why? Because they said he was after pork. The radio was in
he likes other meat, too, because, like, when he sees Babs and Bunny, he's like, he was naming, like, rabbit-related, meats.
Oh, gosh.
Bear, you're already starting to fuck with.
Also, the universe, just like Daffy Duck, the universe just doesn't like Plucky, so.
Clearly. Yeah, but in terms
and
of
just like Plucky, we all love, just like Daffy, everyone loves Plucky the best.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the duo. I think the duo's better. Yeah. Babs.
No,
I think that Porky and Daffy.
Well, it's the same thing with Donald Duck and Mickey Mouse. The joke has to be Bugs Bunny is the beloved one, and Daffy Duck is.
No, I mean like the duos between like Porky and Daffy and Hampton and Plucky. I think that Porky and Daffy are a better duo.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah, they have a longer history and better jokes.
I mean, that was proven also in the most recent movie that just came out.
Yeah.
The Day the Earth Blew Up.
Yes.
That shit was so good. Wrapping up our discussion on this movie. Thought this was fantastic. It was very fun to get all these early 90s references, essentially. And having a good time with all of these adjacent Looney Tunes characters in a Looney way. I think it's easily rewatchable as a summer movie. This is one of those where, like, if drive-ins were more popular, like, this would be a good fucking drive-in movie or whatever, or just a cool summer movie to fucking put in front of
those
kids,
small movie theaters
kids and families.
That don't do the big blockbusters that just play old movies. We play something like this.
Yeah, this is still perfect.
They want to just bring in children, like have a day for children or something, and I mean for adults who
actually know this. The problem is the adults are now getting so old that they don't know what the fuck. They're young but old to the point where this is Tiny Toon has Looniversity, but Looniversity. Well, we're going to talk about that in a sec. That did not make the splash to bring back Tiny Toons in relevancy in the way that obviously it was in the early '90s. So I think less and less people actually know about Tiny Toon Adventures at all. So you could
like-
surprise people by bringing this in.
I mean,
Yeah,
it is giving a reason for people to like go back and watch this stuff. I know,
Yes.
like one thing that like I know a lot of Gen Z people will complain about is the animation and stuff like that. But like we're already in this era of pretty much rebooting almost everything. Like all the 2020s, and not even that. I really want to say like late 2010s to 2020s has just nothing but just re-idolizing the 90s pretty much 90s and early 2000s.
Yes.
It's pretty much reboot city. I was just talking to like a friend of mine where he was like apparently it just happens with just like all TV shows where it's like a show will either just get canceled or they have their season finale, and then for some odd reason you know, it'll be like 10 years will go by, or maybe even like anywhere between 5 to 10, and they'll reboot something. Like
Legacy
right now
property time.
we yeah, because a really good example would be right now, like King of the Hill season 14 is going to be coming back, and you know they brought back Animaniacs, Tiny Toon Academy, what he just said. Apparently Malcolm in the Middle is coming back. That honestly really threw me for a loop.
Wait, what?
How?
Malcolm in the Middle is coming back.
everyone's still
And-
alive.
and
The
you did
original
not-
cast.
Yeah,
Everyone's still alive.
original
Are they
cast.
are they gonna be like college or something?
No, well, fuck no, because they're adults. Yeah, they're just old. It's like that. Remember when that 80s, not 80s, what the fuck was that 70s show came back?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
I mean,
70
if
show
they're
came
adult, they still go to
back.
college.
They did 80 show. They were go. I know a lot of people know that they were gonna do that 90 show, but that got
didn't-
canceled
yeah.
right on the point.
Like,
Oh,
that was just
God.
like, what, a few episodes? They didn't
That was
do-
that. No, it was just an idea
Right.
that they were gonna do.
But 80s was the one that
It
ran
was
for a bit,
yeah.
right? 80s
So
went
when
for
they
a
did
bit.
70, they did 80. Did not perform well. They
That's
were
right,
gonna
that's
do that so 90s, but then it was like, yeah, 80s just not doing it. And I think that honestly, if they were to do an It's So 90 show now, it would probably fly off the fucking shelves.
Yes.
That's
It
what,
would
like,
do very well.
because for like everyone hates Chris, they brought that back as animated because like everyone was too old to like be in their same roles.
Yes.
So I guess they're like doing like, because it's probably gonna be like a more of a different show with Malcolm in the Middle.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, but Malcolm's not. It's just like it's literally what we're seeing with King of the Hill. It's going to be that everyone's aged up.
But King of the Hill is like
They're-
focused on the adults still. Like I
No,
even-
but they're still.
Yeah, but like
yes,
Bobby,
it's also-
Bobby's
it's also
gonna have a more
literally-
prominent role.
Yes, exactly.
And I'm pretty sure they're gonna probably focus on like older Joseph, older Connie.
Yep.
If they have a significant other or some shit like that.
Oh, yeah, but
and,
like-
oh yeah, and fuck, even we'll probably see. I mean, they'll probably be a child.
Yeah, I think.
But
I think what Mark is
Luann
saying
and
is-
Lucky, they had a kid, so
Exactly.
they'll probably be like in elementary school.
No. I think what Mark is saying that since that was basically focused on the adults.
Oh, they'll probably still focus. I mean,
Yeah, Malcolm-
Well,
Malcolm,
Malcolm in the Middle was about Malcolm being the middle child.
Yep.
yeah.
So,
But now it's.
but he's an adult now, so
You
how
could
does
just
that
have
work?
you just use them all. Like, look, My Name is Earl is a perfect example. Just have a adult situation of this. Like, yeah, things are still shitty.
Yeah, but-
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, it's gonna feel like a different show.
Yeah, but you're an adult now. You can just do all the shit you want yourself.
No, what are you talking about? You can't do all the shit you want to yourself now. Like,
If you have a job,
are
you
not
can go and
adult?
pay for the shit.
Do you not? Okay. Do you not?
The dynamic is gonna be
do
completely
everything you want
different.
right now, or is there
Dude,
budgetary?
basically, you can't
is
do
there
all
I'm
of
not
budgetary? Is there-
okay. I'm
come on.
not saying I can do everything, but I'm saying as an adult,
Not
I
without
can
consequences.
get a job and go buy the things that
Until
you
Purge
have.
Day.
And what I'm saying is, as an adult, those problems don't really matter anymore. That was in the middle.
Right, of course, but there's still adult.
So what Mark is saying is that it's going to feel different.
That's good though.
The showrunners
I
are
think-
gonna have a general idea.
Like,
They'll
first-
figure something out.
Yeah,
I mean-
it's gonna feel more like a sequel show more than like another
I
season.
think that's
Yes.
what they're going for.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be the same.
No, it can't be the same.
Yeah, because like King of the Hill, that feels like another season.
That's no.
Dynamic is
they are-
slightly different, but like
aiming it they are aiming
it's-
it like another season, but like the way that Bobby is being portrayed here is that it will be a different. It already.
that's a different change up, but like more of like the jux of the show is like Hank being naive and trying to and like learning humility and like stuff through his naivety, and then you're like they still kind of have that core like premise and stuff.
It's gonna be the same, but it's gonna be different because like in this iteration of season 14 of King of the Hill, Bobby works at a beer factory, but the thing about it is that like
Don't spoil
Bobby
anything
is
else.
still being. No, I'm not spoiling anything.
Oh, that's not spoiled, okay.
No, I was gonna say that's not spoiled. No, he's more creative about beer. So like Hank is really like, beer is supposed to be manly Alamo beer, but like the way that he's like, oh no, beer is an art and da-da-da-da. And
I
it's
saw
like
that clip.
they just have. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not a spoiler.
Got it.
So like they're going to be at different odds, and then like there's also the
I
clip
didn't know
where
about
he
it.
Oh, shut up, Martin! Get with the program.
Spoiler alert.
You should have saw it. Everyone did. Like fuck. See, hold on. I'm gonna get to that too. About even though he's joking about that, that's the shit that actually bothers me about the spoiler community. When something has been around for at least fucking 10 plus fucking years and shit like that, and they're like, well, I didn't see it.
Wait,
you should have jumped on the fucking
That's a totally different thing.
I don't give a damn.
And I would agree with you on that. Like, you should have seen it by now.
I don't know.
Wait,
That's something that
let's
actually
not
ticks
talk
me
about
off.
this. Let's go back to what we're talking about.
Yes, we'll go back to what we're talking about. But like I said, the dynamic is going to be the same, but they're still going to come across the same issues. Bobby is his own individual. Hank is probably going to be, at least because he's now older, he's going to be a little bit more accepting, but we're not going to say that Hank ain't going to be the same
different. But like it does, like it's still going to have like a same feel. It's like for me, I can't imagine Malcolm in the Middle like being the same, like having the same feeling with everyone being very, very aged up.
I can imagine.
It's gonna probably be the same like editing style.
Yeah, you can use the same editing style. You can use the same camera angles. Again, think of My Name Is Earl. Like again, he's an adult dealing with shit, and he's the center of all the problems.
Oh yeah, I feel like My Name Is Earl.
But that would be. What
I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying it's going to feel different.
Malcolm in the Middle is aged up. That's like a
that actually really would work.
That's like close proximal
to using My Name Is Earl for the reference of Malcolm from Malcolm in the Middle. That would actually really work. It works so well. Like that.
All of that prophecy is like something like them coming to Malcolm for their problems.
You said what?
Them coming to Malcolm for their problems.
There's adults that still do that all the time for like imagine senior. You got Bryan Cranston, dude. The reason why I think it's still going to be good is Bryan Cranston actually said, "I'm on this shit." Like he's going to be on this. It's like he's not going to sign on to this shit if it was dog shit. Like I don't think he would at least.
Or that parent that has the favorite child, even though they said that they don't. They love their children all equally.
It's a lie. Every parent has a favorite child.
I know they do.
Every parent has more than one child. They have a pick. They did like if I had to, if you're all hanging off the edge of a cliff.
Yes.
I can only say one.
If I had a laser beam that could spontaneously combust one of you, I know my preference. Like yeah. Fucking wild. All right, we've gotten way off topic. We've gone into Malcolm in the Middle and King of the Hill and all that. All to say that Looniversity just didn't have that energy, I think, or that punch. Mark, you saw it. Did you have any thoughts on Looniversity before we go to full wrap up?
So yeah, Looniversity. It doesn't have the same type of like. It's a different show than.
It's been modernized completely.
It feels like a different show completely.
Yeah,
Tiny Toons was like. It would change up. Sometimes it's a series of shorts. Sometimes it's about like the slice of life days of like them trying to do things in university.
It's like when Animaniacs came.
Yeah, or sometimes it's trying to be a variety
You can still feel that energy from before.
Yeah,
but Tiny Toons you didn't.
No,
it's completely different.
Yeah.
Animaniacs tries to be like.
They changed a lot of things that was unnecessary.
Yeah. Yep.
More importantly, like you didn't know earlier. Buster and Babs, their relationship.
Yeah,
and they said the reason for that is so they don't like, so they don't have to do the cliche like a dating episode or anything. But it's like you don't have to do that. You can still be platonic.
But that's what happens. They do either unnecessary changes or they try to meet the state, which is always really a lot of people's downfall. Sometimes it does work, but they try to modernize it so that way it fits the time period right now, which is not really a problem. But then the thing about it is that like when you make certain unnecessary changes, it's like. People who really see it, and there's only but so many people that are going to watch it because there's not too many new people that are going to be willing to get into it because you're modernizing it to appeal to the modern audience, but a lot of your older fans are going to watch it, then they complain about it.
But not just before, I will say, the bigger, I think, issue is the claim of appealing to modern audience. It's the perception that this is what the modern audience actually wants, where, again, you look at something like Tiny Toon Adventures, the reason why it's so beloved and it's so enjoyable is that you can absolutely see these characters so relatably because of how they're acting, how they how they perceive things through their actions and through their energy and little flirty moments. You don't have to make someone like we talked about this, Mark, with like the many years in the early 2020s where Disney made everyone plutonic, even though again relationships happen. It doesn't mean you don't have to make fucking plutonic. Everything doesn't have to be fucking plutonic. You can have relationships in movies. Yeah. It doesn't have to go.
It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to. That's what he's trying to say.
No. I'm not just that, but even straight people. It's now it's we're buddies. We're really close buddies, but we're buddies, and it's I understand some movies can have, but you can also still do that. That's just the human experience.
It's really they decided to do that with Buster and Babs of all people, though.
You do that
joking.
either way.
Those
they're-
they
they're
literally
Make them
killed.
siblings is really
No,
weird.
It's an iconic
alright.
joke that they're just killing.
Right, sorry,
Right
well,
off from the. I'm just saying what Mark said.
Yeah.
So it's an iconic joke that they're killing off by making them siblings.
Yeah, because like their joke is no relation every time, and like there was a funny a Christmas special in the original Tiny Toons where it's a parody of It's a Wonderful Life where Buster was wondering what happened if he didn't exist, and the stars of the show was Plucky Duck and Babs, and they would say I'm Plucky Duck, I'm Babs, no relation, and Babs would go to the floor like, how does that make any sense? He's a duck, I'm a bunny.
Yeah.
That's super weird.
that's a good though. I like this stuff.
But like I don't mind like making, if you're gonna make a show, like I can see why they want to make sometimes for like if they want to make changes to appeal to modern audience or just like make changes in general. Sometimes they want to do that just to do something different and just give the show their own identity. I don't mind that as long as it's good. A show that like changes a lot of things about the original and like makes shit better is a show I always bring up as a perfect example is
Avatar: The Last Airbender, that which you've still never watched, except for
Did they?
episodes.
Did they? Did they make a new show that made everything better? You
Go,
tell me.
talking about the live action one?
You're informing me. Did they do that?
No, I don't know.
So you're saying Korra was way better than the original?
No.
No.
Really?
Oh fuck no.
Yeah, that's what you're informing me.
No.
That's what you're telling me.
No, I'm just dragging.
What,
No,
what
I'm dragging
Avatar show is better?
into an entry point.
You
for
have
no
to
reason.
inform me. You're trying to
What was your?
inform me.
I wasn't even listening to what your question was. What was your core point that you were about to make? 'Cause,
Okay,
like,
well,
I wasn't
make-
listening. I just shoved Avatar in there because it's a good show.
Well, you didn't have a point to go with
I know.
Avatar.
I know. I just dropped it in. So what was your?
I was asking you what's better about the new Avatar.
There's nothing better about the new Avatar. In fact, the newer Avatar that's about to come out sounds worse than even Korra. So fuck that. But either way,
No. Looney Tunes. What you were saying, Mark?
All right.
I'm sorry. I'm coming.
Well, like, But like, yeah, I don't mind. Sometimes I like change. I don't mind changes, like, or trying to appeal to my audience because like sometimes they just want to do something different.
But what is this?
Yeah, no,
appeal
yeah.
to
What was
modern
the example that you were gonna bring up?
Yeah. The perfect example to that is 2017 DuckTales. They changed like almost like everything about the original DuckTales, and they made it way better.
What about Ben 10 2016? That's appealing to modern audiences.
Is that the reboot?
That's
the.
No, it's not.
I can't. You know what? I can't say shit because I didn't try watching
Punch you in the
it.
face.
The art style just didn't look appealing to me, so I didn't try watching it. It could be better.
Well,
I
it's not.
can't
It's
say-
not. It's not.
I don't know.
It's not.
I gave that entire series. I
know Brian's always closed-minded about this.
I get that
Like I'm not
entire
the
series.
What do you mean?
I am.
Wait.
Because somebody told me.
Fuck you. What about
somebody told me watch it. It gets better. The only thing good about the new Ben 10 is that Vilgax is one of his aliens. And
That's a small.
That's a small,
That's like the tiniest
tiny
fucking
thing.
I haven't watched it, but from the clips that I've seen, that part I did know about. I do think it's kind of cool that Kevin 11 gets an Omnitrix. Or half a trick.
No,
I don't know what the fuck it's called.
they took away his powers.
That's the only reason why they gave him
The Omnitrix.
the Omnitrix.
Yeah,
It's like he would be left.
But my thing was that before, but the thing about it is, I don't know why I said it like that. But the thing about it was is that
It's all
they
right.
was already retconning shit where it was like he had these powers of an Osmosian. Then after that, they retconned. It was like, oh, your powers don't really exist because they was given to you by one of the rooters and shit like that. And it was going like, whoa. You're saying that Osmosians don't exist? Yet, what about Agrigor? What the fuck are we doing here? You're saying that Asmosians don't exist? This is the shit that I be talking about. It's like they retcon shit and then they dispute saying that an alien don't exist when we have an example. What are we doing?
They fucked up. There's so much significance.
Yeah, but the thing is,
structurally fucked up.
the thing you're talking about is not as drastic as.
No, I know that, but I'm just saying that like I understand where it came from. It's just stupid.
These are
It's
minor
just
things.
stupid.
They're still big things that become fractures in the grand scheme.
But
it's like, okay.
the new
I
series
haven't watched any
is
Ben 10
entirety.
past Alien Force.
Because there's somebody who watched the entire thing.
I'm curious.
Wait, you watched the entire.
I watched the entire thing. I wanted to.
What torture are you?
I wanted to see what.
I can understand where he's coming from.
That probably wasn't
There
bad.
are certain
I think
things-
Martin would stop watching if it was really bad.
I mean that's true. But
I kept thinking like maybe, but they kept starting shit over every single.
Yes.
Every single episode was like they were starting it from the beginning again because he would learn the same lessons over and over again.
Well,
there was some enemies he would fight that he would fight like he never met them before.
Yeah.
But in
Sure,
the
you
other
got
episodes, he
yeah,
met them.
what I was basically just gonna say was that like I feel like I can speak for Martin about this, but I might be wrong. Is that like with certain shows sometimes like you like not enjoy it, but it's like you kind of want to see it through. You got to just see it through a certain point, even if it is ass. And I'm like that. Like a really good example. I don't know if anyone's really seen it. What we call, and I still got to watch the last season. Even though like some people will talk about like where it really dropped off. Ruby, what we call RWBY. If you know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Yes.
That series, I have still not seen. I think the latest one is season 8, if I'm correct. And we don't. In season 9, it's very much fucking up in the air. It is still waiting to get greenlit. Which surprised that I don't even know why WB just flat out didn't say we're just canceling it.
Right.
But it's like everywhere that they said that where I honestly say that they say it got bad. A lot of people will say that like after season 3 or season 2, that's where it fell off. No, it didn't. You know, in my honest opinion, it did not. I would say season 5 is actually where it fell off, but to me it was still entertaining. But to me, after season 6, where it actually fell off for me, that's where it fell off. And I'm just so dedicated to the show because I really like it. It's like I just gotta see it through.
Right.
Even if people will just say like, how could you continue? That show was just ass. It just fell off. I gotta see it through, my boy.
I understand.
I gotta see it through.
Especially if it's multiple seasons. I understand that. I just meant with Ben 10. It's like this was a new series. Are you talking like recently? Like you went back and you started from scratch? And I don't want to spend too much time on this, but you started from scratch. And how many seasons does this new series have now?
Ben 10?
Yeah.
Was that only 2 seasons?
Okay, so that's not too
For
bad.
real?
Okay, that's not too bad.
The way that they was advertising it, it must have really long
episodes. Trying to
episodes.
throw that everywhere.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Well, I could be wrong. Could be 3 seasons. But the thing is, I just watch.
No, but like there are certain TV programs where like their season 1 is like 50-something episodes and shit like that. A really good example would be Steven Universe. Season 1 was literally 48 episodes, and it was like, dude, that's at least 3 seasons right fucking
really,
there.
That is
like the fuck do you mean?
Were those like episodes like 11 minutes long?
They were the 11-minute ones. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Sometimes
that's 2 episodes inside of a whatchamacallit. But either way, even if you still count them as one, because I think that's how Rebecca Shearer had said it. 2 episodes was technically just an episode, even though they were the individual.
Yeah. And
even if I am wrong, if it's 48,
no, that's
48 times 2,
that sounds
whatever.
About right. 24. It sounds about right.
Yeah.
24.
It was go, but still, to just have 40 episodes to be like one season. Like when I found that shit out, it was like, I thought this was 3 seasons. You're telling me season 1 was 40 episodes? That's too long. That's too long.
Right.
Like the average 12 to 26 being your season 1 acceptable.
Right.
Just too much.
I mean, back then the average run of a cartoon was 65 episodes.
Okay.
After being greenlit once, 65 episodes is like a normal amount.
You're probably right because there's a couple.
And like, if the show was doing good, they'll get more episodes after that initial 65.
Especially if they're really like those one-off episodes where it's like you just turn your brain off and the problem gets fixed. If there's a problem in the episode beginning and then fixed at end of episode.
That was what you're saying. It's what Ben 10 was.
So, and again, last thing.
Turn your brain off. Again,
biggest issue I had like going into Ben 10 was like how deconstructed he was. As a character.
You're talking about the reboot?
The reboot.
Yeah.
Because we've seen, again, it's like that progression, and it's like, I hate whenever we see a character devolve in a newer project. That is insane, because you should be taking all of the... I don't need you to be like, alright, every Lego brick that's been learned has to be there, but at least your character can't be a bitch. Or not that he's a bitch, but you can't be a you can't.
He's a bitch.
All right,
he's an asshole.
I'm not even gonna care.
All right, so we just confirmed right now that a Race Against Time podcast is happening very soon.
A live action Ben 10 2005 live action movie.
Yeah.
That's not a cartoon chat though, but yeah, absolutely.
But
I'd be up for that. I actually like that.
That's a lot of CG.
When your character
friendly cartoon
having the same lesson learned to him every single episode.
Yes.
And
Ben tuition.
It just and him and Gwen. He would make a mistake. Gwen would say, "No, you probably shouldn't do this," and he'd say, "I'll do it anyway." Oh, I messed up. And then,
but there was so much less charm as well from, like, again, if you just look at 05 versus... I'm not trying to be a shithead and say the old one's better, but it's like, there's charm, and there was structure, and there was... it's like, you just...
But he learned the lessons in those episodes.
Yeah, there was a layer on.
It doesn't really matter.
Make the same mistakes.
Point blank, honestly, Ben 10, the reboot, was just unwanted. Because there's a lot of people that are in the Ben 10 community where, literally, Jesus Christ, so it's up in my time. When we had the one-off episode in regular Ben 10, we had the time-traveling episodes in Alien Force and what we saw in Omniverse. Literally, this was the point in time where we literally could have expanded on Ben 10,000. We just point blank period. And then we did a reboot and the art style was just awful.
Oh, yeah.
I understand that, like, you know, a lot because
No,
we're in the not Omniverse,
no,
not Omniverse,
no,
no,
the new aliens
because
so friendly.
It's the reason I never gave it a chance.
the aliens I didn't really have a problem with.
They
There
looked so
were some,
friendly.
yeah, they did. Some did.
They
Some
looked
did.
like they were not threat.
That's the biggest.
But the biggest issue was that, like, we are now in this era where, like, we go for this very soft cartoony vibe just to make it not look dangerous, and then it just looks
It didn't have the same animation,
super unappealing.
But it seemed like it felt like the art style was inspired by Gravity Falls.
That looked. It was so toned down. There's no.
Yeah.
Maybe it was.
I'm saying inspired.
Gravity Falls was leaning into the cowl art style more. I mean, you get the bean mouth from even Gravity, and it's like that wasn't in Ben 10. Ben 10 looks worse. There's really, I don't know what that art style is because it's so bland
It's definitely cowl
and
art
tasteless. But like we've seen again, just next to it is fucking Gumball and Steven and Star vs. the Force of Evil and all these shows that use it well. And like I don't know what that art style. That adjacent style that Ben 10 was doing, but
like,
it just looked so much worse. I don't know.
It looks. It's not that. It's not even that. Like it just like looks worse compared to the old show. It just like it looks generic, and like it's the reason like I never had interest in it. If it had like something like, and I'm not giving this show praise. Cause I know.
What Super Loops?
No. If it had like the show was like a radically different art style than the original, like something like Teen Titans Go, then I'd be interested in checking it out because it's something different. But like it just like looks. It looks very like it looks.
Honestly,
it looks like a generic cartoon that's like art style.
Remember when Thundercats Roar came out? It was like we're tired of this.
Yes.
Design. This even the Teen Titans Go.
Well, I'm saying hold on. Not an art style like Teen Titans Go. If the art style was like radically different in the same way that Teen Titans Go was, at least at the time, because like
yes. You have these individualized styles between all the cartoons, especially when you talked about 2010, 2011, 2012.
Ben 10 looked like I said, the Gravity Falls comparison, like sound like and CalArts-esque. It looks like something that I've seen, an art style I've seen before, but much lesser. Yes. And the show in general looks unattractive. That's why I never gave it a chance. I thought I said I'd probably get into it if it got good word of mouth. Good word of mouth never happened, so I never got into it.
You don't have to watch it. I mean, like I said, the cool.
Oh no, we're not. Don't you worry. I mean, I'm done. I did a whole season 1 analysis 7 years ago.
I'm not going to lie and say there wasn't some ideas for enemies that I thought was cool, but they didn't run with it. It just became incredibly episodic and just nonsense upon
This is getting chunked into its own video, by the way. We just had a Ben 10 discussion.
Dude, we should do a podcast about Tiny Toons how I spend my summer vacation. I think that would make good for a
Mark,
podcast.
you're right. This was a...
I do apologize.
No, you guys don't apologize. This is...
You will never be forgiven.
No.
This is the worst thing you ever done. This is the worst thing you ever done.
I'll see myself out.
You the Pope?
I'll see myself out.
But yeah, this was grand. Any final thoughts on Tiny Toon Adventures? Again, this is where I cut, and then I move.
So start back up here.
Yeah, but any final thoughts on Tiny Toon Adventures? How I spent my long ass movie title.
It was going to be longer.
It was longer because you just said that.
Yes. I'll leave it to. I'll start with Mark. You're on your final. Actually,
I can go last.
I'll let you. Well, I was going to start with you.
I was going to go. But
we'll start with Martin. We'll go to Joe. I'll say a thing, and then we'll go to the guy that selected it last because he's got a very significant love letter to say for this movie. So, Martin, what do you got?
Fun blast from the past. I enjoyed it a whole lot.
You said the same quote about Jackie Chan Adventures.
Blast from the past is never a good what it's saying.
Absolutely.
I'm pretty sure I'm going to be going back
even our lives. It never
watching
happened.
more of the series itself because I did start watching more of the series just to get back to refreshing back into the movie itself.
Yeah.
My standout for this was definitely just
Mario, we're not doing Jackie Chan Adventures again. Stop asking, please.
The entire Plucky storyline was just my favorite. I felt for the guy the whole time, but damn if I didn't laugh at the shit that was happening.
100%. Joe.
All right.
With the Nintendo New York hat.
It's the closest one.
It's this version of a Nintendo MAGA hat.
Oh my God! Don't you roll that in.
Hold on. Quick sidebar. real shit, when I actually went into work, and this was actually when he got elected, I was walking down the street. I did not care. But literally, one of my coworkers was like, "The fuck are you doing?" Oh wait, I was like, "Oh no, I thought you had a hat for the wrong team." I was like, it says Nintendo.
Joe, should knew better, my
I was about to say, it don't even have like 2 bars of sentences. Shit.
Oh my god.
But
they weren't looking at that.
One of them custom login hats.
No, that's all they saw was red.
They all saw that region up there.
They saw red and got heat. They got red.
They got exactly.
But anyway, to just bring in my words.
To the Tiny Toon Adventures.
To talk about Tiny Toons, the tunes, the tiny. To talk about the cartoons. Oh yeah, it's all coming together. Let me talk.
I hate that. You know I hate that damn voice.
You can never hate Clown. You can never hate Clown.
I can hate his version of it.
Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
Stop! Do the damn thing.
Yeah, but like he said, I can't say that it was a blast from the past, but it's somewhat of a blast from the past since I did grow up on Tiny Toons. First time seeing it, I think it was really good. It was just so much going on, where it was like there was pretty much basically like 4 fucking stories that was going on this vacation, which were great. Myra's a menace. The shit with Fifi, she was so wrong all that time. I wish she would have kicked that motherfucker's ass. I mean, she did throw him out the theater, but I feel like she could have did worse. I just want to say, Pepe Le Pew wrongfully canceled. My boy. That's all I gotta say about that.
Well, the joke of Pepe Le Pew, because like is that like he's not supposed to win. It's like Johnny Bravo, and people.
No, I understand it.
I agree with you. The thing is, people kind of miss the point of those.
Yeah,
because like he is meant to be the antagonist of his own shorts, and people kind of miss the point of that. Like you're not supposed to call out.
You can't just get back up on me.
I was about to. Yeah, I was letting this thing simmer.
But when it comes to like Pepe Le Pew and shit like that, it's because y'all niggas is soft. That's what it is. Y'all niggas is soft. Y'all can't take a joke. Damn. But to also wrap up the rest of my shit.
There goes our viewer.
They're gonna love this episode so much. So much.
That one person writing in the comments right now, you know who you are.
Stop typing this.
We're looking down at what was that? Oh shit.
Just look at the camera, then look down. You won't type.
Do it.
You won't type. Anyway, but definitely, I feel like the Buster and Bags part were actually my favorite part. At least for me. But Plucky and Hamilton, they're definitely a close second. At least in my part. But other than that, definitely had fun watching this. So yeah. It's good to catch up on these movies that you don't miss in your childhood. I could just a little tidbit. There are definitely some Disney movies that I have not seen. I know someone's gonna say this, but I'm gonna admit it. I have never seen Bambi, not one or two.
Oh, good.
They're so.
I was really hoping you didn't say Aladdin.
The vintage era is tough because it's like
no. I had seen Aladdin 1 and 2. I had recently just seen like 2-3 months ago. I saw Aladdin 2,
yeah.
And then this one's gonna be a shocker for someone, and I do apologize for this. It was 3 years ago that I just saw for the first time A Princess and the Frog. 3 years ago. So yeah, that movie came out in 2011, the year that I graduated. But yeah,
that was the last real princess movie.
The last drawn one, which I don't know why Disney ain't doing shit.
No, there's the last real princess movie.
I guess I don't know. Disney, I don't know why you're not drawing shit anymore.
I don't give about Frozen.
You don't care about Moana?
Moana? Okay.
Is she? Yeah, she's a princess.
Nah, man. Brave and Raya.
Brave is gold.
Love them.
Brave is gold.
Love them.
Wait, Raya?
Yeah, Raya and the Last Dragon. That movie was tough. If there was something that you didn't like about it,
it was tough. Yeah, it was tough.
Stop.
It was tough.
Your favorite one about Looney Tunes?
Joe, folks, I'm sorry. Joe will not unfortunately be joining.
I told you, Joe.
Put me back on the motherfucking camera. Put us back on. Put us both back on. Fuck you, Mark. Fuck you. I am just as valued on this fucking cast.
You truly are.
Now you can take me off. This guy.
You're just horny for the fucking Aquafina dragon. That's all it is.
That's not even attractive. Not even attractive.
That's why I'm judging him.
What? Anyway, Tiny Toon Adventures, great fucking show to be able to visit for the first time. I've never seen it, so went through, watched a bunch of episodes before, watching the movie again. Because Mark, of course, we did the whole movie night with friends. Did that. That was cool. but had to revisit the show to understand what was, valued for the movie. Got a sense of how cool it was, and again, in context for all the momentum that this drove into sort of the Looney renaissance that we had in the 90s, it's awesome to see how important this was. But yeah, I think that it sucks that this is sort of an undercurrent show at this point, because I love all of the different adaptations of the iconic Looney Tunes characters we get here. And all of their, again, adventures. They are Tiny Toon Adventures, but I love all of that. And it's so witty and fun and comedic that it's easy to revisit. So at one point or another, we will likely do the Halloween or Christmas episodes around Tiny Toons, because again, I'm just curious how they are.
Because those are also in like TMS, which is good. You definitely just want to do the TMS episodes.
Okay. And but yeah, that's my thoughts on
favorite
it.
segment.
What?
Of the
Favorite segment of the movie.
Of the movie? Man, Babs and Buster are
Plucky easily.
Look, Plucky was fucking like that whole thing is like it's torturous, it's hilarious, it's well done. But the impressions by Babs and all the goofiness that Buster gets into, and the carelessness he has at times, and all of it, like I love so much about that. So those two, that's why they're the leads or core leads, and yeah, love those two. So yeah, that was my favorite. Mark, the guy that picked this movie, take us out.
This was shit. No, I do this every time.
Well, great choice.
But like I love this movie. Like this does feel like pure Looney Tunes to me. It's like the gag, like it's very iconic gags. I love the soundtrack. The orchestra is just like on point for this, and the animation is just top notch. Not like there's much competition, but I feel like the only competition you'd have is the day the earth blew up. But I think this is like my favorite, the best like Looney Tunes movie. And this is definitely my favorite because the Looney Tunes.
Wait, above Space Jam?
Shut the fuck up.
Like I know you get insulted when I say that. But Space Jam is a good movie. It's a commercial, but it's a good movie.
It's stupid.
Go fuck yourself.
I enjoyed it, but like ironically, it's stupid.
Anyway, sorry, continue.
But like, because Looney Tunes are just all about like gags and gags and good animation, and it's just like this movie just like does that marvelously, and like I love the day the earth blew up, but like this feels more like classic Looney Tunes to me, and that's why I love this movie. This movie used to be available on Hulu. And it's all Tiny Toons and Animaniacs too, but like all those like
they're still there, I thought.
They're not.
Oh,
I checked.
Once Disney got full acquisition of Hulu, a lot of stuff starting to get.
Oh no, they lost that. They lost the rights a while.
Was that a while ago for?
Okay. 2 or 3 years ago, it stopped being on. It stopped being on there, and it's like HBO Max isn't carrying any cartoons, so
that's great.
You have like the only way to see this is like you have to like illegally is you have to buy them off like Amazon or Apple individually.
I love how you said to buy them illegally on Amazon. What do you know that we don't?
There's also thank God for Internet Archive. They have
every other method under the sun.
Yes. So check out Internet Archive if you
maybe shouldn't.
Whoa, no.
They are.
We said that you can watch illegal. We didn't give a source. That's the difference.
No, he kind of did. He daily did.
God damn it.
Brian just did. I was trying not to do that.
Again, dude, they publicly put themselves on. This isn't like.
You're not supposed to call out though.
You think Warner Brothers gives a fuck that we're even reviewing Tiny Toon Adventures? They don't even know what that is anymore.
And they find out it makes money, they will.
What the fuck it is.
If they find out it makes money, they will.
What, a spin-off of Looney Tunes? They don't even give a fuck about regular Looney Tunes.
If they find out Looney Tunes will make money, they will.
Oh my god.
Just make sure it doesn't make money.
Anyway.
Alright.
That's it. But
we gotta unplug this shit.
Right.
Anyway. I think we've said enough about Tiny Toon Adventures.
No, we got one more thing to say. Put the camera back on me.
Okay.
Alright, time to wrap this up. That's all, folks. Bye.
Hey, I was in that too.
Sorry. Before I just want to say, the reason you probably like Tiny Toons wasn't like wasn't like really a thing afterwards, even less so than the Animaniacs, is because they are just doppelganger of the Looney Tunes. Like even back then, if Warner Bros. Wanted to sell you Looney Tunes, they just want you to sell you the mascots they already have. They don't really. They probably don't want these replacing the Looney Tunes.
No, and it was noticeable once. Not to extend this any further. Once Looney Tunes had once the core mascot characters got resurged in energy, it's like they were the ones on all of the merchandise. It was like Tiny Toons. No, we're not putting that shit on merch.
Because keep in mind, this show came out before Space Jam, and Space Jam kind of like revitalized.
It ended 3 years after before Space Jam even came out. So yeah.
And then like Space Jam kind of revitalized Looney Tunes, so they were trying to bring those characters back.
Yes.
And failed constantly. But
Step by step.
I just wanted to say that. But yeah, Looney Tunes, Tiny Toons, great. I love it. Next up, Animaniacs, or whatever Tom Ruger worked on. I think that's his name. Tom.
Wacko's Wish.
Excuse me, Mark. That depends on how that depends on how
it's the only one they have.
Yeah, but here's the thing. It depends on Mark the process, because we could easily get Lunatics Unleashed before we get into your fate.
Fucking